Well, hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shayley, and together we have got, oh my goodness, second time to air, our hard floor cleaner from Tower. It's amazing.
This is a cleaner that vacuums, that cleans, it more or less polishes the floor all in one and does brilliant things for you.
And it also picks up spillages. So any hard floors in your home, honestly, you are going to be blown away with this. And perhaps we should see it in action.
The man himself, Mark, is here to tell us all about it.
Well, I thought let's do a really powerful demonstration stuff. I have an egg here, a real egg. So whether you've got tiles, hardwood, laminate, parquet. Hang on a minute. Well, that. Oh, all right. Let's. Now it's really difficult. Right, let's switch our machine on because it makes light work. If you don't have to pick the bits up because it does it all for you. Just watch this.
Oh my word!
It is all there. Look at that. How about that? And your floor is clean.
So you've picked up, you've cleaned and virtually dried that floor as well. It is absolutely brilliant. We love it. And so did you. Price-wise, market beating. Grab it whilst the stock is available because I think we're going to have a really, really busy night.
It's still at our launch price at $179.99. If you've not shopped with us before, 822-901. You're saving £220 against our usual price. And you've got PayPal Pay in 3. To split the cost, $62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments with PayPal Pay in 3. If you look elsewhere, we pretty much found it everywhere else. At Amazon, at Tower, at Debenhams, just shy of £200, $199.99. We've got that launch price that we did on our first show, and you absolutely loved it. So 822-901 is your item number. It's such a versatile.
Well, it's completely cordless, so you can grab this at any point. It's got to a 30-minute run time. It even tells you, it talks to you and tells you when it needs to be cleaned. And it's got a little cleaning station. But what this actually does is it cleans, it washes and it dries. So you don't need a vacuum, you don't need a brush and broom, you don't need a mop and bucket. It does all of it at the same time. So saving time and allowing you on all of your hard floors to have one machine for very much every single job.
And like you were saying, all those different hard floor surfaces, whether it's vinyl, whether it's tiles, whether it's laminate. The other great thing is because it doesn't flood the floor, you can use it on your sealed wooden floors.
And
as
you
well.
know, it even detects how much sort of dirt and how much spillage.
Yeah.
So it will only use the amount of battery it needs to. So it'll sort of power up as and
it's
when
like a smart mode, isn't it? Yeah, it utilises the sensor so it doesn't waste the battery power. And on one charge, remember, you've got up to 30 minutes of run time.
Really strong suction. It's got a 3-year warranty. It's from Tower, a brand you know you can trust. And it is absolutely brilliantly made. It even tells you as well what mode it's on, so you always know what you're doing. And honestly, if you've got hard floors, which most of them have got so many different types of hard floor, this is the one product for every single incident, whether it is that you need to vacuum a few bits, whether it is you actually want to wash the floor, or whether it is you've had that terrible spillage, and it might be spillage from the washing machine. It allows you to suck that up, wash and dry the floor.
We were talking about those big industrial machines, remember, that you see in
it's so much like those, isn't it?
Shopping centres. Well, this has shrunken all that technology
It's like
down.
having that, you know, that professional technology in a machine in the palm of your hand that you use in your home. Price-wise, take a look. Like we said, you will find it elsewhere. It's Tower, and Amazon do amazing prices, but still, we are the lowest price.
Yeah.
And of course, you can use PayPal Pay in 3, but grab it whilst the stock is available.
So we're £20 cheaper than everywhere else, down at $179.99, and then you've got that PayPal option if you want to spread the cost. When you register this machine with Tower, you've got a 3-year warranty. It's about the spillages, the accidents. It's about all those hard floors around your entire home. When you want to pick up, we saw the pickup. It picked up an entire egg.
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it?
Like baby food. The babies are throwing food everywhere all over the floor.
normally you'd sort of have to really pick the bits up, and then if it was wet, you'd never put a vacuum anywhere near it. Then you'd have to sort of try and clean the floor. Usually you'd need, wouldn't you, a vacuum, or you'd need a brush and broom. Then you'd need a mop and bucket. Honestly, you have got one machine that does all of that, and all of a sudden it's so easy to clean at home. We love a clean at home, but sometimes it's a bit of a chore, but not when you've got a machine like this. We're busy already. Remember, we kept our launch special price. Grab it whilst the stock is there, but check everything out on our website. It's the easiest place to order.
It certainly is. shopontv.co.uk. If you've been looking for a fan, because the weather's been glorious, hasn't it? And it's going to continue. If you want a new fan, we've got pedestal fans, we've got tower fans available there. We've also got a desk fan available for you. Have a little scroll through and take a look at the barbecue. You've got massive savings there, and these are brilliant.
Oh, we're so excited to have these, especially with the day we've had today. It's getting so hot, and this is a really clever way to instantly help you cool down. Perhaps you're on one of the runs today. You could have done with these whilst you were running.
That would have been lovely, wouldn't it, round your neck?
For the kids when they feel a little bit
for the pets
too hot.
as well.
Yeah,
Brilliant
honestly,
for pets.
we'll be showing you that a little bit later on, but there is stock available, and you get 3 of them for $14.99.
Yeah, 3 cooling towels at $14.90. Work out £5 each. That's brilliant, isn't it? So whatever you're shopping for, shopontv.co.uk. If you want to get in touch, we'd love to hear from you. studio@shopontv.co.uk. Or you can go on the message board. Mark's here to tell us and show us lots more demonstrations.
We do love this machine. Only the second time to wear, as you say. But look, it sits beautifully on its charging station. So every time you're not using it, it's charging the battery. Really clever, because look, the battery does actually pop out and you can charge it separately. You can take it to your kitchen and charge it separately if you do want to, but it just goes directly in and pops in like so.
And
it's
that little
easy
station
as that.
cleans it as well.
This is the self-cleaning station. Now, you heard when we were over there it talking to us. I've just turned the volume down so it's not trying to out-compete with us. but I'll
enough of us here
exactly. I'll show you more about that in a little while. Remember, this is more than a mop. It is more than a vacuum. Much, much more. So have a look at this. I'm going to switch on. It automatically detects how dirty the floor is. So in smart mode, you can choose to go into high mode if you want, but look at this, because now it is just doing all of this. Now, you would not vacuum wet stuff off your floor. Because,
oh, gosh, you'd never take a vacuum anywhere near that.
Absolutely.
You'd ruin your vacuum.
Yeah,
you also would not do that with... But you wouldn't do that with a mop either, because all the bits would get in the way.
Well, what I'd do probably in that situation is the dry bits I'd try and sort of sweep away from the wet, get dustpan and brush. The wet bits I'd probably go and get, I don't know, a tea towel or perhaps some kitchen roll, and then I'd have to get the mop and bucket out to actually wash the floor, because then it's going to be sticky, isn't it, underfoot? Yeah. This is doing
it's also
all
edge
of that.
to edge. Look at this. They call it tri-edge cleaning, both sides and the front.
Brilliant.
But that roller does so much. Now look, at the moment it is in wet mode, so it is putting out liquid into the roller, so it's also washing your floor as well. But you can go to dry. So did you hear it goes to strong mode? But you can also go to just dry suction as well. So if you just want dry stuff off the floor, you don't have to do that at all. And then when you switch off, it just keeps rolling because it's just cleaning that section there.
So I'll tell you what, it's a bit like it's sort of polishing and looking after the floor so nicely
exactly doing
as well.
That. Yeah, very much so. So let's imagine you've got a horrible spillage.
That's quite a spillage.
Do you know what? I like to put the wet stuff and the dry stuff, because we know that we've got machines that will just do wet and we've got machines that will just do dry. This is the only machine that I've come across that does wet and dry so effectively.
And at the same time.
Yeah, I went to my friend Lisa's house and did her whole downstairs, because she's got like parquet flooring.
What a good friend you are.
You know, I was testing the machine out. You know, exactly right. And she went, "Oh, you can come do it anytime." It's like, this is a one-off deal, you know. But the nice thing was, she had a very big brand one, very big brand, very big brand, and she spent over £300 on it, and she said that this one was way better.
Brilliant.
So you know, and that's what a real person.
Well, she said, didn't she say it was a nightmare to clean the one you're talking about?
She said she just didn't bother after a while.
And this has got a cleaning function on it.
Self-cleaning function. But look, I'm just doing the outside edges so that we can get that. Now look at this.
So it's vacuuming up the dry debris.
It is indeed.
Picking up the spillage, and it's cleaning the
Brilliant.
floor.
It is, and it's so easy to use, Sean and Hayley. Seriously, it is just amazing. It's gone to smart mode, so it's gone to it's sucking up more here because it's smart mode.
So it detects the amount of dirt, the spillage
how
that's
dirty it is. Exactly right. You've got up to 30 minutes runtime. If it just misses a bit, go forwards. And I tell you, the best thing about this machine, because the roller goes forwards, it picks up on the forward motion rather than pulling it back.
Right, okay.
So it's useful to know that. Now, my Great Dane has been running around the studio as well, as you will spot. The great, they just like, I mean, it could even be a bear.
I think it's
perhaps.
been dancing.
Like, he has
This dog has got feet like mine, I tell you what. These are huge, aren't they?
Let's just show you.
So
And how many
brilliant.
different modes are there on this?
So there are 3.
Okay.
So what you've got eco mode, you've got high mode, and you've got dry mode.
Okay.
And so you can choose to go between them if you want, or you can use smart suction and it will choose itself.
it'll do
Exactly
it.
right.
It knows what to do then.
And then every time you put it back on its station, it says, choose the self-cleaning. So it asks you to self-clean when it goes back on, but it's also charging every time as
it's a
well.
charging
really
station
good
as well.
So
It's
look at
brilliant.
this. Now, look. So look at these.
Oh, it's proper
Look at
scrubbing that floor.
And they were quite dry because they've been on that floor for some time, haven't they?
I put them down at about 11 p.m.
Now, Mark,
So-
you don't have to press anything.
No,
else
I've
other
just
than the
switched it
power
on.
button,
Exactly
do you?
right.
And it's
not-
not too heavy.
You know what? It actually, if you just let it, it
Oh,
slightly
gosh.
pulls it along
Like
for
it's
you.
self-driven
Yes.
as
So
well.
it's like one of those easy lawnmowers.
Yes.
Yes.
Propel by themselves. All you've got to do is direct it in the right direction and picks up just brilliantly. So we've
These
seen
are
it with the wet spillage. We've seen it with the dry bits and pieces, picking everything. But now these are dried on sort of footprints.
Dried on footprints.
And it's cleaning
Exactly.
those up as well.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's polishing the floor. You can hear it polishing the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, you can.
Slightly squeaking the floor. Look at that. Now,
Squeaky clean.
Here's the interesting thing. I am not using any detergent in this water. This
Okay.
is just slightly warm water. That's
Right, wow.
all I'm using. But look at the result there. You've
And
got a
that's-
perfect result.
And it's so easy because I think we forget sometimes because we're so used to having cordless vacuums. The fact it's cordless
Exactly.
with this technology
And
is
30 minutes of
brilliant.
runtime. What I love about it is there's a dirty water tank and a clean water
Lovely.
tank. The dirty water and the clean water never meet, so they can't contaminate each other. It's a 650 millilitre tank of clean water.
Right.
550 millilitre tank of dirty water. Do you want to see what it's picked up already?
Oh, shall we have a look?
Let me go and get my little jug.
Great
you saw.
technology.
It's so clever. And you saw it picked up the wet spillages, it picked up dry bits, it picked up the footprint.
I haven't tried this, so I'm hoping it's not going to
Now,
be too
like you
disgusting.
said, the clean and dirty water tanks never mix.
Exactly.
They're always separate. Oh,
So this you'd normally perhaps pour down the toilet, flush it away.
Grim. Yeah,
that's
okay.
no chocolate milkshake.
We are making the best cocktail tonight,
Oh
aren't we?
my
I tell
word.
you.
But that's your floor clean without having to use a dustpan and brush, without getting
Exactly.
a vacuum, without getting a mop and bucket, without you getting down on your hands and knees trying to pick
Quite.
bits up. It's done the whole
Shall I
lot.
show you the self-cleaning?
Yes,
Because
why not?
what you do...
Come on over then. Let's go have a
We'll
look.
go.
Sorry, I
We'll go
disappeared.
with that.
You're like
my
a
fault.
speeding bullet then, Mark. I've never seen you move so fast.
You pop it in, and actually, when the volume is full, it says turn on the self-cleaning function. I'll show you that in a little while, but
Okay.
just while we talk
So
our
it
way
gives
through.
it gives you audio prompts.
Absolutely.
doesn't it?
Yes, and that's really good if you're partially sighted as well. That is
course,
fantastic.
yeah.
But also, if you've not even read the instructions, it tells you what to do.
Right.
There's a button at the back, which is the self-cleaning function. Shall I just show you that before we
Okay.
do it? So you've got the self-cleaning
Lovely.
function just at the back, and it is one single button push. It's as easy as that. So let me pop it on its stand, and there, simply push the self-cleaning button. Now, the self-clean is 3 minutes. Takes 3 minutes for the self-clean.
Right.
That's it. And then if you leave it on, it then dries the microfiber roller with warm air for up to 20 minutes.
That's That's incredible.
I've never
isn't
seen
it?
one like that.
But can you grab it after the 3 minutes and just carry on?
You can just switch it. You can switch it off from the self-cleaning and go back to cleaning. Exactly
Brilliant.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
And I love the way it sits there as well. So that could be easily put into a utility room, or perhaps
Exactly
you've got
right.
a cupboard
Yes,
that's got a
very
plug
much.
in.
Yep.
And then you know, not only is it cleaning, you can walk away and leave it, it's charging as well.
Exactly right. The top bit comes off, the roller comes out, so you can get right in there and clean all the bits yourself if you want to as well. You shouldn't need to, because if you put it back on its stand and you do the self-cleaning function each time, it stays clean, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It also actually cleans the tubes on the inside, and one of the prompts that it says is cleaning the tubes. And so it tells you what it's doing. It flushes it all out.
It's like your helping hand, isn't it? It's a little bit like you've got a cleaner in the house.
Exactly.
But actually, all you've got to do is guide it. It's your little personal cleaner doing all the jobs for you. Even cleans itself afterwards. I mean, that is brilliant.
You made a really good point a moment ago. If you've got engineered hardwood flooring, that really expensive stuff that you can't normally put wet down on, it's not so wet that it's going to get in between the sections. It is just a little bit damp. And that means you've got it a really easy way of actually doing engineered flooring as well.
So really, all your hard floors?
All hard floors, every single type of hard floor.
Isn't that amazing? We've got so many different hard floors around our home, but please grab it whilst the stock is there.
In the bathroom.
Oh, and that is a nasty spillage, and that can so easily happen. You don't want to get down on your hands and knees cleaning that up. Milk can be horrible.
Kitchen, yeah. Any accidents or spillages.
And not only is it picking up the spillage, it's also washing and drying the floor.
And
but
it's like it's buffing as well.
Yeah, and it's got the vacuum, the fact that it's vacuuming. If there aren't any bits around, it will pick those up as well. Now, remember, we've been lucky enough to match our launch price. It's only the second time to air. We had a massive show with this when we launched it. However, you now are in a bit of a situation because stock is flying. We have lost 10% of the stock.
Already in baskets. So please, if you've got it in a basket, do check out. Only 10 minutes on air. 822901 is the item number. If you've not shopped with us before, it's easy. Shopontv.co.uk. You can order on the phone, 03333 241 241. But this machine does so many different jobs, and it's from Tower as well.
I know, it's a brand that you know you can trust. 3-year warranty, just register it online. But what you've got is a machine that will save you getting the vacuum out, save you getting a brush and a broom, save you getting the mop and the bucket, because it will pick up the debris, the dry debris, it will pick up the spillages, anything wet. It will wash and clean the floor. So whatever situation, perhaps you just want to wash the floors, you can just wash them. Perhaps you're thinking, well, actually, I know there's a few bits and pieces. Normally you'd vacuum the floor, then you'd get your mop and bucket, or then you'd get your wet cleaner. This is actually allowing you to do all at once. And then if there is a spillage, it will pick the spillage up as well.
And then it cleans itself.
And it even detects how much power it needs to use.
Yeah, super bright lights on the front as well, so you can see what you're cleaning. That clever sensor that Hayley just talked about. And those audio prompts when it says, please put me in the cleaner, I'm now charging.
How great is that? You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be your helping hand, but actually it's going to take down the time that it takes normally to do your floor, isn't it?
Because you're not doing loads of
normally
different
having to get the vacuum out first, then you come out with your mop and bucket, then you're waiting for the floor to dry. Did you notice how dry the floor always seems to be? Because it never soaks the floor.
Yeah, and it seems to more or less buff the floor, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got great suction, and like you say, like the rollers, it's a bit like the professional machines you see. Sometimes there's a guy or a woman sat on them and they're going around, often airports and places like that. We used to do the Ideal Home exhibition. There was a guy always that came whizzing round before everyone came, and it cleaned the floor. Before everyone came in, it cleaned the floor just brilliantly. It's like having that sort of professional technology in a cordless machine that you can use at home.
Hugely busy already. Please, if you've got it in a basket, check out sooner rather than later. We don't want you to miss out. Feature-wise, let's just recap those for you. It is completely cordless, and cordless, on one charge, you've got up to 30 minutes of runtime. You've got that digital display on the top, a 3-minute self-cleaning function as soon as you pop it back on that base, which is also charging it.
And then the voice command, that's it talking to you, saying it needs to be clean. Put me on the cleaning station, which is brilliant. You've got great battery power, which will give you up to a 30-minute run time. But like Sean said, every time you put it back in its parking station, not only will it clean, it will recharge as well, that battery. Dual tanks, so the clean and dirty water never, ever mix. And we saw the dirty water it picked up off our floors. And then it has got that smart mode, so it detects how much power and suction it needs to use. So it doesn't waste the battery. It will only use what it needs to use, which is brilliant. And then it has got the extra power for stubborn stains, and that is your high mode. 3-year guarantee. That is obviously as long as you register it online with Tower. Their warranties are absolutely fantastic. So please do not miss out on our product today. But my word, what a price. We've actually got the same price as we launched with. It's only the second time to air, and it's a good deal. It's a brilliant deal. You can see if you shop elsewhere, you won't get it at this kind of price. Pretty much generally everywhere else, you're looking at about the £200 mark. We've got it down to £179.99, and with PayPal paying £62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. 822-901. The stock is disappearing. Oh dear. Now, in the first 10 minutes, we lost 10% of the stock. We've now done 20 minutes. We've now lost 20% of the stock. Ooh. I don't think there's anything else like it, apart from perhaps a very, very, very expensive machine. Remember how easy this is to clean. This is a product you'll use time and time and time again, whatever the situation. No more reason to get the vacuum out before you mop the floor. You don't need a dustpan and brush before you mop the floor. No. You don't need your mop and bucket to clean your floor, and then you don't need to try and dry it with a paper towel, because this will pick up dry debris, it'll pick up spillages, it will wash the floor, and it dries it. Wherever you're thinking of, on any of those hard floor surfaces, so tiles, laminates, whether you've got that sealed wooden floor, because as Mark was saying, it doesn't flood the floor, but look how it picks up the spillage. It's got a clean tank and a dirty tank. And then there's dry debris as well there. So it didn't just pick up the spillage, it picks up the dry bits as well, because you'd panic there and think, well, I've got to get a dustpan and brush perhaps to try and get the dry things, because obviously I'm not going to mop those up with a mop and bucket. But then the wet bits, you think, well, what am I going to do with that? I can't take a vacuum over that, or I'm going to have to try and get that up by hand. This does absolutely everything and leaves the floor pristine. And that roller locks in the dirt, so you're not spreading the dirt. And then it even self-cleans, that roller, when you put it back on the parking station. It's a bit like you've got a cleaner in, like a person. All you've got to do is guide it. It's your little cleaning friend doing all the hard work for you all at once. And it cleans itself. And it's going to save so much time, because you haven't got to vacuum first. You haven't got to just get a dustpan and brush. You then haven't got to try and mop it up. You haven't then got to try and dry the floor. It's doing all of that. Remember, price-wise, very much market beating. You are loving it. 20% of that stock has already sold out and gone. And you're loving that PayPal as well. You can split that cost over those 3 payments. Absolutely phenomenal. What you must do is check your baskets through. We got into a bit of a situation previously with this where so many people were ordering, and we do get into a situation when we haven't got thousands of stock. We've got as much as we possibly could, that sometimes we've got more people ordering than stock is available by the end, so you need to check those baskets through. 822-901 is your item number. We've got loads more demonstrations to show you, but Tower, what a company. Tower's been around since 1912, so they're a company. A little while. Yeah, but started in Wolverhampton, so a great British company, and that's what's so brilliant about it. The build quality of every single one of their machines that we bring to air is so good. It clicks into place. Everything has got its place, and there's nothing over fancy about it. Everything has a purpose, and that's what's so good. I mean, it looks pretty good too, doesn't it? Absolutely. Yeah, it does. But the bottom line of it is, it does what it says on the box. That's the thing. It's a hard floor cleaner. I love the fact that you don't need to go and mop up. You don't need to sweep up. It does everything all in one go. Would one of you like to drop an egg somewhere? Don't trust me. I'm thinking towards the front over the graters. Just you be careful with that. Oh! Hey! All right. I like it. Do you want me to crack it? Oh, yeah, why not? Are you going to stand on that in posh boots? Hey, nice. There we go. Now, I think you'll agree that this is a real test. I've got red wine, I've got oats, I've got cornflakes. We've got. And what would you do in that situation? I'd go and get paper towel to start with, to get the egg shell up. Yeah. And then you'd perhaps try and dry it. I don't know. You probably do the paper towel as well for the wet bits to drop with. That's got the dry in it as well.
Exactly.
And then you wouldn't dare go near that with a vacuum, but you need to get all these dry bits up too. It'd be a panic situation. Lots of different products to sort it out.
You don't need to panic with the Aquavac wet and dry. I mean, this is why it is so good, because you can gently just go and get it out the cupboard now, and it's all ready to go.
No need to plug it in, not tripping over wires, wherever you need to go.
Charged.
The only thing you need to do before you start is fill the clean water tank just with cold water.
Fair enough.
Cold or warm water. Now, this is the one I've turned the volume back up, so you'll be able to hear it. Have a listen to this.
The cleaner is in an upright state. Please tilt the handle to begin cleaning.
It basically says, you haven't got it right.
Come on,
I'm not going to do anything until you tilt the handle. All right, then. So have a look. Powering on.
Powering on.
And then it says smart mode detected.
Brilliant.
And so here, look, I'm going to avoid the egg in my first pass.
Okay.
You know, I'm just teasing you, that's all.
Look at that edge-to-edge clean.
That is great.
And it does do
And the front
egg.
as well. It's a complete line all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
Really clear.
And you can hear it altering. It detects when there's more debris or liquid that it needs a bit more power, and it powers up. It's so clever.
Now get ready for
Are
this.
you ready?
Can it tackle the egg? Oh my word!
Look at that, my friends. Look at that. Now, come on. Now, not only is it clean, but it's practically dry as well. The beautiful thing about that is, yes, all right, calm down, calm down. It says, please put the cleaner back on the charging station, just to remind you to do it. I'll do it in a moment. But that floor is almost dry. So it hasn't put too much wet on the floor, but it's so good. Now, I don't know any other cleaner that would be able to go directly to an egg, get the shell, get all of the gloopy stuff up in one go.
No.
Brilliant.
I don't know any other cleaner that could do that.
Well, only yourself on your hands and knees with some kitchen roll. And there'd still be a lot of mess.
You don't have to touch
It's cleaned it so quickly and easily.
Yep.
That's
Right.
amazing.
You don't have to touch anything. That's the great thing. 822901 is your item number if you want to go for this, and you can see all the different spillages.
And whatever floors, tiles, laminate, hard floors, we were saying about sealed wooden floors as well,
because it doesn't flood it,
soak the floors.
Yeah.
There's lots of things you can't use on a sealed wooden floor, and you can see how it leaves the floor pristine, but it doesn't matter what's on the floor, whether it is liquids, whether it is dry debris, it vacuums up, it picks up spillages, and it washes and dries the floor all in one go.
You'll be pleased to know I've turned the volume back down again. You can go 100%, 80%, 60%, 40%, 20%. It's always the man's voice, I'm afraid, Hayley.
That's all right.
Let's face it, when did you last find a man that's going to clean your house?
I like the man that cleans.
Yeah,
That's fine.
they're rare to find, aren't they? Absolutely. Have a look at this. I'm going to go straight up through the centre of the dirt here, because this is like you've spilt your cereal on the floor. This is milk and cereal together. Absolutely.
The little one's thrown it off the high chair. It's all over the floor.
Exactly.
You've got to take the rest of the kids to school. Do you leave it on the floor? Can you clean it up before you go? Yes, you can clean it up before you go.
I'll tell you what, just to make it real breakfast.
Oh, no, not more.
Have a look. It's like, so here's my coffee. Oops. Oh, no. What have you done?
Now, this is on our studio floor.
This had better be.
Oh, my word.
Our director just said I'm not.
He's watching very closely. Let's put it this way.
Have a look. Because, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't confident that you couldn't clean it up. Just have a look.
We are so busy on it. But look at that clean.
Look at the line, the edge now up to the dry stuff.
And going from wet to dry, you know, the mixture of
that situation again, you'd need to try and clean up the wet stuff first, and then you'd try and get the dry stuff, and then you'd need to clean the floor. So you would sort of be down there on your hands and knees with the wet bits, trying to get the wet and that's muddled with the dry, perhaps with kitchen roll, and then you'd be down, then you'd be sweeping up, perhaps with a broom, because you think, well, it's still a bit wet. I don't want to get the vacuum on that, so dustpan and broom, getting the bits up. But then you need to clean the floor.
We went to high mode there.
That's it.
It knew.
Because even if you manage to sort of wipe with a paper towel, the milk up, that'll stink if you don't get it up properly.
Right.
And so then you'd need to mop the floor. That'd take forever, whereas you're doing all of those things.
Look at that, Hayley. Edge to edge.
The edge to edge is amazing. It's a true edge to edge, isn't it?
It is a true, absolutely, because it does both sides and the forward side. I've just got to go over here a little bit because...
Now, I think we're going to be in a bit of a situation with this, massively busy. We're approaching a quarter of the stock, sold out and gone. How long have we been on air?
Not that long.
You desperately need to check your baskets. We've only been on air live for 30 minutes. Check your baskets through. I do think before the end of the show, we'll be in a situation where more people are trying to order than stock available. Market-beating price and so easy to use. I think that's
so easy to use.
So easy to use and so easy to clean.
Well, let's go and do the cleaning one more time. Let me just hit the off button so that we stop for this particular point. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, with the cleaning station, it's literally just a question of popping it over onto the cleaning station.
And he's just told you to do that.
And there,
Put me on,
and you can see here, you just pop it
straight
on
away,
that,
absolutely,
on that station,
and it goes straight away. It's as easy as that. But even when it's self-cleaning, it's relatively quiet.
Oh, you can see it. So it's spinning
Absolutely.
round. It's washing the brush, and then it will dry the brush if you want it to as well.
And not only that, yes, so it goes into drying mode, and you can see it flashes red drying.
Fab.
It actually dries with warm air.
Good
So it dries
grief.
in just a few minutes.
And you could be sat down having a cup of tea while all this is going on.
Yeah, very much so. All of that. So it's really easy. Plus the fact you've got a strip of LED lights right across the front as well, which is really, really good. So you've got all of that. I would empty it down the toilet.
Okay.
Because it's got,
Yeah, we've had an
it's
email
got bits
actually
in
about
as well.
emptying it. Yes, that's very true because
Yeah.
it picks up everything,
Yeah,
the bits
exactly.
and the wet bits.
I don't want it
Pop
down
it
my
down the
sink.
toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really good idea, and then just flush it away.
Absolutely, because you never know what nasties are in there. And then all you do is you just rinse out the dirty water tank and pop it back on. And
the
you're ready to
clean
go
and the
again.
dirty water never mix.
Never mix. So the clean is on one side, the dirty is on the other side, and it literally does that really so easily.
So we've done wet spillages, we've done dry bits, we've done a mixture of the two. You threw coffee and all sorts. We've done the egg, the broken egg with the yolk and the shell and everything as well.
Bit of splashback on there from you.
There is a bit of
throwing your
splashback on
coffee
there.
down
Yeah,
on the
your
floor.
coffee was a bit wild. Your coffee with your coffee
clean
throwing.
that
It
as
was.
well.
Getting excited too early.
But oh gosh.
Our Great Dane appears to
Now-
have had an accident.
Yes.
Oh.
A little piddle.
Yes, quite
You hear what the producer just said? Piddle time.
Oh, no.
quite a big one as well.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and this could be a situation at home. The dogs are running, or you've got home and there is something wet and nasty, which again we don't want to touch. We don't need to.
No, you don't want to get your paper towel for that, do you?
No.
No, thank you. No, thank
Oh,
you.
someone was telling us about that the other day. They got up in the morning and it was all everywhere.
They've been left a
It's
little
going to be
package.
brilliant.
Not.
A little
oh,
package.
not
That's how you
nice.
describe it.
And I love this because the footprints are like a dry
Yes.
footprint, but then it's also picked up the spillage completely edge to edge.
Exactly.
You can hear it polishing the flooring.
Like
Absolutely.
buffing on
To a
these
degree,
tiles,
it is. It's
yeah.
buffing the floor and
look at that
giving a great
spillage.
finish.
Gone.
And the footprints just got... And remember, this is just water. I haven't put any detergent in here at all. So this is a brilliant way of just be able to... Now, interestingly, you don't need detergent with this. So you do not need to put detergent in this machine. It
Great.
cleans with water.
Okay.
Which is just superb. And have a look at that. That is all of that. I'm just going to do the little bit down here. I'm going to come back over to this side where I made a
Coffee
And that's the great thing, whatever hard floor we've got, any
Whatever
hard floor.
Yes, it can be tiles, it can be laminate, it can be engineered wood, it can be parquet flooring, yeah, all of those. Whatever hard floor you've got, it will do every single type brilliantly. Whether it's in the bathroom, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in the hallway, wherever your hard floor is, this is the machine that you want to be able to clear up spillages, to be able to clear up dirt. It will do all the dog hair there as well. So the thing is, if your dog sheds all the way down the hall and you've got marble flooring, this is perfect for it as well.
Absolutely incredible. One product for every single job. So it'll take the place in that way of your vacuum. You're not going to need to vacuum before you polish. Then you can actually polish and sort of clean the floor. You're cleaning the floor, you'd get a mop and bucket out. You don't need to get a mop and bucket out. You don't need a dustpan and brush. It's one machine that does every single job all at once.
And that cordless feature for me again.
You forget that, don't you?
Yeah.
And the fact it's cordless just makes it super, Super simple, and it means you'll grab it in an instant.
And it's on the docking station all the time, so it's always going to be charged. How many times do we forget to charge things?
Oh, it drives you mad, doesn't it? You get it out when that accident's happened and then you need to charge it. And because it goes onto the cleaning station, it tells you to put it onto the cleaning station. You will. Not only will it clean the brush and dry the brush, it will also charge the machine as well, so it's ready as and when you need it in the future. It's a great looking machine, 3-year warranty. Just register it online with Tower, and it's from Tower, so you know it's a brand you really can trust. And when you think about cleaning, the cleaning can be an absolute nightmare, and when you've got family or kids and you've got to get them to school, and we were listening on the radio the other day and they had different children in different schools. Now they managed to fit it all in, and then you need to clean the house, and then the little ones throw stuff all over the floor. I'll leave that till I come back. You can do it in an instant when you've got something that's cordless, that's ready to go, and actually replaces you doing 3 or 4 of the jobs, because it does it all at once.
So you don't have to vacuum, you don't have to clean up the dry debris before you do the wet debris, because it does everything.
And then get on your hands and knees to pick up the wet bits, like we broke the egg and things, or it might be spaghetti that the kids are throwing on the floor. You've got to get that up. You can't try and vacuum that up with a vacuum, and you wouldn't, because it's wet, so you've got to get that up, and then you wouldn't even dare to vacuum because the floor's still going to be wet, so then you'd get the mop and bucket out. This will do it all. It vacuums up, it picks up the spillages, even the nasty spillages like eggs and the spaghetti.
Things that you don't want to touch, and you don't have to worry about the machine because it's got that self-cleaning mode where it even flushes through all the pipes on the machine. It's a great looking bit of kit.
And did you see how dry the floors were as well afterwards? And honestly, any floor, whatever hard floors you've got in your home, this is going to do the job. Now, our price is, well, it's our launch price. We've only had one show prior. It's our launch price still. We've bought it back at the launch price for as long as the stock we've got, because it's flying. You can buy it elsewhere, but we have got the market-beating deal, which we love.
You can see it at Tower Housewares, at Amazon, at Debenhams, all got it at £199.99. We've got an extra discount of £20 down to £179.99. And if you want to use PayPal, pay in 3, £62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal on our website, shopontv.co.uk.
Now, you do need to check your baskets out. If you had gone via the website and putting it into your basket doesn't save it, sadly. It will be in your basket, but say we get to a situation where we've only got, say, 20 left. 220 people could have it in their basket. 320 people could, because it's hours until you check out. So it'll only ever be the first, say, 20 that check out that will actually get it. You do need to, please, because we're exceptionally busy, check those baskets through. You can always jump ahead of everybody. You can jump onto the website or you can jump onto the phones. And don't forget PayPal, pay in 3. That's so easy as well. You can split the cost over 3 payments.
Yeah, interest-free payments if you've got a PayPal account and you pay online. So that's £62.31 on your first of 3 payments. So you just need the item number. 822901 is the item number. And if you do want to call the call centre, we've got operators there 24/7. 03333 241 241 is the phone number. So get shopping straight away. Take a look at everything that we've got available for you on the show. Something else is this great set of pans.
This is a great, they are absolutely stunning looking. You've got a great set, 16, 18 and 20 centimetre saucepans. Then you've got the 2 fry pans as well, 24 and 28. The non-stick is fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got fantastic non-stick, which makes them really easy to clean. Not only on all your different types of hobs, they will go in the oven up to 280 degrees. So if you want to start something on top of the hob and then pop them in the oven, you can. Excellent non-stick. It's a beautiful dark navy colour option.
They look so good, don't they? Great gift idea.
Finish. Yeah, really
and perhaps you've just bought a new home and you want some new pans. Perhaps your pans, the lids are all dodgy and they don't fit the pans and the handles are wobbly. You've got a great set with a great non-stick that will work on whatever hob, and of course will go into the oven as well. Do grab those while the stock is available, and of course you can split that cost with PayPal, pay in 3. Now the weather has got really warm, hasn't it? Yeah. We've had our fan on. I wouldn't be without our fan.
Yeah, in the bedroom at night we do, because you can't sleep if you overheat. And we've got a great selection of fans from Tower. This one one is the metal desk fan. It's 12 inches across. It's got a 70-degree rotation on there for you, and it's pretty much, how much is it normally? I think it's, yeah, $44.99 is our price. It's normally $89.99. So if you want to go for that, a real stylish design, and these are all, they've got a lovely black finish with a rose gold trim that you can see there. Really simple to operate, different speed settings on there, 3 different speed settings, and really simple button control. And you've got a 3-year warranty again from Tower as long as you register online. You will get that fantastic cooling fan.
And when the weather does turn, so often those fans sell out so quickly, don't they? I remember a good few years ago, actually, when we had a really hot spell. I hunted high and low to try and get a fan. Grab them now while the stock is there. But you can check everything out on our website. We are so busy. It's great. It's great to have your company. Lots of you have got this in baskets already. If you have just joined us, though, it's always the first people to put it in a basket and check out to actually get this. But what have we got, Mark?
So this is a hard floor cleaner that is more than a vacuum cleaner, and it is more than a mop. It is much, much more. It will mop and vacuum at the same time. Don't do it with your ordinary vacuum cleaner. You'll bust your ordinary vacuum cleaner.
And clean the floor and pick up spillages. It's amazing. Look at this.
Cordless.
Where are you going to go?
And it's self-clean.
Yes, and it's cordless.
Let's go right, left, shall we?
So we've got a horrible spillage on the floor.
Exactly. It's
some
just
dry debris as well.
It's been on its self-cleaning station. I've just put it through its self-cleaning mode, but
Brilliant.
it's quiet when it does it. And then the nice thing is, I haven't emptied the back of it, so we will look at how dirty and disgusting the water is in a moment. Because bear in mind, you might be thinking, you know, whenever we talk about vacuum cleaners, we talk about HEPA filtration, don't we? Yeah. You don't actually need HEPA filtration on a wet vacuum cleaner because the water grabs the dirt and puts it in. Yeah. So you haven't got any of that dust particle going out into the room, which is another really clever benefit feature for it. So let me switch on. I've turned the volume down again, but he is talking. Yeah, because
the machine does talk if you miss that. It tells you what mode it's on. It tells you to put it in the self-cleaning station. But have a look at what it's actually doing. It's actually picking up the dry debris and the wet debris, and it's cleaning the floor, and it's very much drying the floor all at the same time. A bit like the big professional machines that you see.
Hayley,
exhibitions, airports,
I've been very deliberate in choosing different types of dirt, different sizes of dirt, different densities of dirt, just so that you can see whatever you've dropped on the floor. And as you'll know, because, you know, we've done a few vacuum cleaners together in our time, haven't we?
We have.
You know, lentils are one of the most difficult things in the world. They just kick out everywhere.
A lot of vacuums just spit them back out, don't they?
Look at this.
Yeah. And the edge to edge is brilliant.
That's a great point with all of it, though, Mark.
Yeah.
It's not scattering.
Nothing.
It's not at all. And that roller at the front, you know, we've always said microfiber is so good at cleaning. It's a microfiber roller, which is brilliant, and that's what's so good. Now,
so it's like it's cleaning, it's buffing, and it's drying. What's happened there?
It is full.
Oh.
Okay.
So
well, Mike did email in about how to clean it.
Okay, well,
so you can show us.
So it just changed its sound, and then on here, on the top, it started flashing red because it tells me it is full. So let's get our horrible jug of stuff, shall we? Look at this.
So you have clean water and dirty water. We always put clean water in it, whatever we're doing, don't we?
Yes, absolutely. So the clean water goes in the front section.
Lovely.
So, no, other way around. Clean water goes in the back, and the dirty water is at the front.
Right.
Oh dear. Now, can you see you've got a filter here as well? So if there are any bits, you have actually got a filter there too.
Right.
So let's take this off and see just how dirty. Nice. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is going to be grim, isn't it? Oh my word. Now I would normally pour that down the toilet.
You haven't had to touch any of that.
No, exactly right.
Yeah, because normally
get near it.
There's eggshells and all sorts in there. We've broken egg. But you would have had to get down on your hands and knees and try and get that up, perhaps with some kitchen roll. This did it all without you getting anywhere near anything with your hands. It's brilliant.
And then all you do is you click it back into place.
Ready to
go.
It's
that click of confidence that Tower always gives us, and that's what's so good. So now we've emptied it, we can go again.
Let's clean more.
Let's clean more, shall we? so.
And when we're talking about floor surfaces, it's pretty much every hard floor.
Every type of hard floor, from marble, and it will even do concrete, polished concrete as well. Because there aren't many floor cleaners that will actually do those kind of floors. All the way up to engineered wood, which is brilliant.
Right.
You could possibly use it on decking as well outside if you wanted to. Or on your patio, make sure that it is sealed concrete.
Right.
Because otherwise it's too porous, basically.
Right, okay.
You don't really want a porous material because otherwise the water will go directly into the porous material.
And then all your regular floors, obviously your tiles, your laminates, and your vinyl
And when
floors.
you go through your home, we have got so many different floors now, haven't we? In the kitchen, in the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Most homes now have more hard floors than they do carpeted surfaces.
Yeah, they do. So you're finding it works so brilliantly on all of those hard floors. It's one machine to do every single job. It's vacuuming up the dry debris. So we haven't got to sort of vacuum first.
Exactly. It's worthwhile pointing out that this is a 100% hard floor cleaner. This is not for carpets and it is not for rugs.
No, absolutely.
So it's just, do you know what? It's worthwhile looking at that because obviously because there's wet in there, you don't want to put that on your carpet. To be fair, shall we go directly over?
Let's
to
do it.
More footprints. More footprints. Here we go. Oh, it does love this floor, doesn't it? It's
I love the
squeakiness.
You can hear
like
it.
squeaky clean.
Now, I'm not sure what this dog has done this time, but let's not think too hard about it, shall we? It's like,
If that's from the dog, take it to the vet.
don't worry.
I
Don't
think he's
worry.
been drinking coffee.
It's coffee, don't worry. Look at that.
And so it's picking up a spillage, so it'll pick up dry debris, wet debris,
and
dry
a mixture of
footprints.
both.
Yeah. It's cleaning, it's drying as well, the floor.
And
So the floor is never soaked afterwards, yet it's done all these jobs at once.
Senses how much dirt's there.
Yeah, that's clever.
At the moment, it's in eco because it knows there isn't too much dirt actually down on the floor. But when we had it over here with all of the different bits, it automatically went into high power mode, which is great. And bear in mind, you've got up to 30 minutes of runtime. So you can do all of your downstairs. I mean, remember I said I went to do my friend Lisa's house? Yeah. She has got engineered flooring all the way downstairs. I did her whole downstairs of her house in 22 minutes.
Brilliant.
So that was great.
Brilliant.
Now, it is so simple to show you. Now, there are only 3 buttons.
The screen, the readout is brilliant, and again, really straightforward.
So when you go into smart mode, that's when it automatically jumps between smart, high and dry. But there, you can see, so you can choose to strong or you can go to dry suction only, which is great. The 3 little blue lights are the battery. How much battery you've got left. So that's 100% of battery when you've got 3 blue lights.
It will always remind you to charge it, which I love, because sometimes you do forget, don't you? And then you go to use something and then it runs out. Whereas it'll always tell you at the end, put me on the cleaning station.
And when you're listening to the voice, it does more than that because it gives you a wastewater alert as well. It gives you brush cleaning. If the brush is really mucky, if you've got like huge amounts of cornflakes or whatever and it's got a bit clogged, it will tell you. And what you do is you just take the front off and you can pull the brush bar out. And it's really very simple.
We actually show you that. We do. We have a clip of that.
It's very simple.
So on the parking station, it'll always do the cleaning every time you put it on. But if you do have a situation where you've picked up something particularly bad, it warns you and tells you. And this is how easy it is to actually clean all of that.
And you get a brush with it, and then you just give it a quick brush. You can even go down the tube if you want to. There we go, down the tube. And do you know what? It took about 10 seconds to put back together again.
Yeah.
So it's really simple.
Everything's dead straightforward.
And that's what Tower is all about. Tower makes it easy every single time. And when you've got it on its charging station and you have a spillage, you mentioned about washing machines earlier on. If you've ever had a washing machine or a dishwasher that has leaked all over the floor, you need something that is going to grab that, clean your floor, but also suction that up all the way through.
So clever.
Look how clever it is. Dry mess and wet mess all together, which is a nightmare. Do you want to do one more egg?
Another egg.
One more egg. Remember, market beating price, massively busy. You do need to check your baskets out. Any floor, any hard floor, whatever hard floor you've got. But we're going to drop an egg now.
Now, this is showing you, even if it's
because I think
bits of food, like could be baby food on the floor.
I think if you did this, do it.
Oh.
Now, you definitely, whatever the situation, you would actually go and get something to lift that actual shell up, and you'd probably try and get a lot of the yolk up as well.
Yes, I would try and get as much up as I could before I then got a mop out. And that's how you would normally clean your floor, but not with the Aquavac Pro. It really is very, very clever. Now, remember, it cleans on the forward motion because the rollers are going forwards rather than backwards. So as you pull back, you might need to go over again if it hasn't got one individual bit. But look, so I'm now in smart mode. As it gets to the egg, it will automatically go to strong. I can choose to go into strong mode right now if I want to, just by pushing the button next to the power button. So it's as simple as that. But
on smart mode, it will judge what power it needs to use, so you never waste the battery. Look at this.
And look at that.
That's
Look
amazing.
at that. And it really does.
And we've seen this do spaghetti. So if you've got little ones that are forever throwing food from their high chair, you know you're not going to get down on your hands and knees. You don't need to use the vacuum. You don't need to then get the mop and bucket out. You don't need a dustpan and broom. It does it all, and it dries the floor as well. The floor, I'm really impressed how dry the floor is afterwards.
Yeah, it doesn't make it really wet. So it's not, the roller is never sopping wet anyway. So and what water it does put down, it's polishing at the same time, which is
and you've
really
got that
nice.
strong suction as well, and together it just gives you great results.
And we've got a review here from the Tower website. I'm absolutely loving this machine. It vacs and mops at the same time, so what's not to love? Absolutely perfect if you've got little doggies or children. That's a great point. Any pets, it's brilliant.
I think every home should have one, because I think we've got so many different hard floors, haven't we? So many of them around the house, whether you're going from the kitchen to the bathroom, but you've got one machine that will do all of those hard floors. But the brilliant thing is, if you're looking at the floor and thinking, oh gosh, you know, it really needs vacuuming before I get the mop and bucket out, but then you've got to get the vacuum out and vacuum that up, and then you mop up. You don't need to do this. Will vacuum and it will wash and clean, so it's doing all of that at once. But perhaps you've also had an accident. There's a horrible wet mess. Perhaps the dog's had a wee, the kids are throwing food everywhere. Again, it will pick up spillages, it will vacuum, it will wash, and it will dry, all at the same. It's like it takes the place of
so many
loads
different
of
jobs,
and does it all at once.
And think of the time you're going to save, because you're not having to have the mop and bucket, the vacuum, maybe the dustpan and brush. This is going to do all of those things.
And do it cordlessly.
Yes.
Because we do forget, I think, we got so used to a cordless vacuum, but you'd think this technology, it would definitely need to be, you know, plugged in. But this is cordless up to a 30-minute runtime. 3-year warranty, just register it online, like Sean said. But what you must do right now is check your baskets out. 40% of the stock, oh my word, has sold out and gone. We haven't been on air for an hour yet. What will happen now, sadly, is, well, not sadly, because great, people will get this, but some people might miss out. We'll get to a situation where more people are ordering than stock is available.
Yeah, this is really important, isn't it? Because we don't want you to miss out, but you can, what we call, over-allocate on the stock that we have in the business.
Yeah, it's hours until you check out. So though it's in your basket, and I think sometimes, because things can stay in baskets for weeks, can't they? You'll go back and, oh, it's still in my basket, I'll perhaps order it now. With us, though, that's not the situation. That stock is ours until you press checkout. So sadly, if someone else comes to order, checks their basket out before you, it's gone. So you do need to. We could have, say, 10 left. We could have 310 people trying to order it. You desperately need to check your baskets out, because we are thundering towards exactly that. So busy. And making it a job, or jobs, that we don't particularly like doing. So easy.
And not having to touch all that dirt and debris and spillages. The machine does it all.
Yeah, a clean home is a much nicer home, isn't it? I'll be honest, I don't like cleaning. It's not something I get excited about. No, I don't. But I love a clean house.
You love the result.
When you're like, oh wow, but sometimes it can take you forever, can't it? You think, oh God, I've spent hours on this. Whereas you've got instant product, completely cordless, and you can go. Even if all the accidents happened before you were meant to take all the kids to school, and the little one had thrown food all on the floor, there was debris everywhere, there was dry, there was wet, then you knocked your drink over, you might think, oh God, just leave it, I'll just deal with it when I get home. But when it's cordless like this, you can do it right there,
in moments.
And then still take the kids to school.
And it's always on charge because it's on that charging station, and it self-cleans itself. A brilliant price we've got it for as well. We've kept our launch price from our first show. It's only the second show to air with us here at Shop on TV. If you do buy it elsewhere, at Tower, at Amazon, at Debenhams, you're looking at just shy of £200. We've got it down to £179.99 for you, and we can spread the cost with PayPal Pay in 3 if you pay online. £62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. If you've not shopped with us before, just number at the screen, the top of the screen, I should say, 822-901.
And whichever way you want to order, whether you want to jump on the phones or the website, have a look at the website actually, shopontv.co.uk. Have a look at our live hour, and what you'll find is we have got such a great collection of lots of different products, but we've got some fabulous fans, and after the really hot weather we've had, just brilliant.
Oh, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? This one is the pedestal fan that we've got from Tower 4. You've got 3 different heights on there, adjustable heights, really simple to operate as well.
You can tilt it as well, so you can set it at different angles, or depending where you're sitting, or perhaps you're going to have it in the bedroom, so you can angle it so it's just right for you to the level sort of the bed. And it oscillates as well.
Yeah, side to side it'll go for you. It's again 3-year warranty because Tower have such faith in all of their products. At 3 speed settings as well. Should be £99.99. It's £54.99. £45 discount on the price.
And
there.
this is the time, isn't it, to get a fan, because you know what happens when the weather changes like it has and it's got really warm again. Everyone goes out and buys fans, and then you wait a week and it's sweltering. They say it's going to be really nice for a little while.
At least a week.
Then you dash out to get a fan and they've all sold out. I was in that situation. I walked for miles trying to buy a fan. The house was unbearable, but everybody had sold out. So grab it now so you know you've got it. And I think our weather's changing so much, every home should have a fan.
Yeah, definitely have fans at home. 087986 is your item number. And there's a couple of different options available as well, remember, if you see them online.
But they're all really nice looking fans that are going to fit beautifully into your home, because I think that's really important now. You don't always want a big white old fan that clinks and clonks. You want a nice, modern, sleek looking fan, and that's exactly what we've got on our website.
Now, the Aquavac is absolutely flying out of the door. We didn't think we'd be talking about this, but nearly half the stock, 50% of our stock, is already checking through and checking
Only
out.
second time to air. You loved it last time. Remember, the clean water and the dirty water never mix. And remember, it vacuums, it picks up spillages, it washes and it dries. So in these situations, you don't want to go near that with your hands and some paper towel. Oh no, you go in there with your fantastic well, it's a wet and dry hard floor cleaner, our Aquavac Pro, and this will sort out any situation,
any kind of spillages,
any sort of floor, could be spaghetti. Could we swept up and we cleaned and we picked up. It was an egg, a broken egg, so it was the yolk, the shell, the whole
everything.
lot.
And the point is, you could, if it goes out a lot, I've got a handful of cornflakes here. Oh. It's like, I don't know quite why, they were just,
it's always got a handful of cornflakes.
And it's like, well, I thought I was going to have breakfast, so I might as well put some milk in.
Oh, no.
It's like, now normally, because when it was all dry, you might just get your vacuum cleaner out or your broom out.
You've got no chance to
But you
do
can't
that
now.
Now
because
you're in trouble.
Because if your vacuum cleaner goes near wet, you'll break your vacuum cleaner. Don't do that. This is more than a vacuum. It is more than a mop, and that's what's so brilliant about it.
It's going to sort
What else should we put down on the floor?
Put whatever you like down, because it won't mind. Bit of red wine. Is it that horrible red wine
what a
again?
waste.
It's the horrible red wine. I know you're very impressed with my red wine.
I've never come across such bad red wine.
His eggs are out again.
Ready?
Oh, he's
ready?
Like doing it.
Hey. So I'd be down on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be down here
Just
with the kitchen
just like,
roll,
we'll watch this
trying
picture
to
and it's
sort
fine.
that. I'm not even going to dare get down on my knees because I won't be able to get back up. So I'd be trying to sort that bit out. Then I'd be trying to sort, perhaps again with kitchen roll, and then it'd still be too wet to actually get the vacuum out. So then I'd get my dustpan and brush and my broom.
You don't need to, Hayley.
But then I haven't finished yet. Then I'd still need to go and get me mop and bucket, wouldn't I? Because now it's all sticky.
And all over your shoes by that point as well.
Then I've got to clean the bottom of the
Yeah, totally.
But you've got one machine that honestly, we don't have to do anything before we put the machine across all.
And then the machine will self-clean. And that's the best bit. So you don't
It's
even have to
better
worry.
than a husband, isn't it?
Oh!
I think I might marry you. And it talks, doesn't it?
I find most things are.
Or a wife, I should say, perhaps. I should
I'm
do
the
both
divorcee
roles.
in the room.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Don't
It's
upset anyone.
fine.
I'm only joking.
I wasn't. I'm now in smart mode.
You are.
Smart mouth mode, exactly right. Look at this. I'm going edge to edge. I'm going along the skirting board because I want to show you it gets all of those bits right the way along the skirting board.
And
But
completely
look
edge
at
to
the
edge. Wow.
Yeah,
And look at the line to the liquid you've picked up. That's amazing.
And so I'll just show you right the way, whatever your edge is. Now, you've got great suction on this because Tower know a thing or two about vacuums. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, vacuums are great, but if you can get up the wet and the dry at the same time, you have got no problem. Are you ready? Are you ready for the difficult
would not do
bit?
this, but this
No.
is vacuuming and it will pick up your wet.
Have a look, have a look, have a look. Here we go, look at that.
That amazes me.
I do love that. It's a hungry vacuum. And look at
Tower,
that.
I think Tower are just so good at bringing out products that we all need. I think they really do their research and see what people need. And we need to save time. We need to do, you know, this is doing so many jobs at once. We need it to be cordless because it's going to be so much easier.
Up to 30-minute runtime.
And we want it to be easy to use, which it is. It virtually tells you what to do, but also easy to clean. Because if you're picking nasty things up like you just did, it's easy to clean, isn't it?
And bear in mind, if you've been doing milk as well, you need to be making sure that your roller is clean, because if it's not, it would sink. If you just put that back in the cupboard, it would sink. The fact that it is cleaning it for you as well is absolutely superb.
How does it clean?
All right, are you ready to have a look at this? So here's the cleaning station. Do you see the cleaning station here? The nice thing is, what you've got here is a little shelf, and look, let me just pick that bit up for you so that you can see. It's a bit difficult to see. There's a little grid there, so if there's any bits actually stuck to the roller, it will get it off the roller as well. Exactly right.
Great.
So what you've got here is a great way of just popping it on, and there. So I've got the voice. Please press the self-cleaning button.
The self-cleaning function.
Okay, and that's at the back, so now, there. Self-cleaning and drying in motion. And this is what's so good. So the self-cleaning motion takes 3 minutes.
Right.
So, and that's the deep lines, that's the whole the pipes on the inside, that's the roller. Now, it will tell you when that's finished, but it will automatically go into drying mode. You don't have to dry it if you don't want to, but then it will do a 20-minute drying mode with warm air as well. So it will be completely dry when you then put it away.
You can pick it off if you think, well, I want to use it now.
Exactly. You just hit the off button, and you can take it off, and you're.
And that's so important.
When you pop it on there, you just walk away.
Yeah, you're having a cup of tea, you know, it's cleaning itself.
Yeah.
And the really nice thing is, it's so important when you are picking things up, like we saw around the toilet, a little bit of wee. Nice. We picked up the milk, would be so smelly if you left it. Perhaps someone's knocked a drink over. That red wine, my goodness, the cupboard would stink if you just put it away dirty with that. And remember, then, whilst it's cleaning, it's also charging, and then up to a 30-minute run time for you to have a cordless system that will actually work on any type of hard floor.
Yeah, and do all these jobs at the same time. That's what I love about it. Any type of hard floor, tiles, laminates, vinyl floors. We even said sealed wooden floors, it's okay on so on wooden floors, the reason being it doesn't use excess amounts of liquid,
right. It is not really wet. That's the point. What I love about this, of course, is you can turn the voice on, you can turn the voice off. You can turn it down a little bit, you can turn it right. There's only 3 buttons. There's the on-off button at the front. You've got, this changes the function, so you've got the function there brilliantly, so you've got the function there great, and you've also got the self-cleaning button.
And we can see the digital screen as well, so if you can talk us through that, you can see there's a smart mode, so it will detect how much power it needs to use, which is amazing. It's got a strong mode, which if you need to, you can put it on too strong, but it will do that by itself.
Yeah.
And then a drying mode.
Yeah, so that's like the vacuuming mode. It even gives you the power indication.
Yeah, the little
of how
blue
much
light,
charge
that's
there
how
is.
much charge. I feel I should have that sometimes. You know, like a little
Power
charging
down.
thing.
It would be on one
You
all
look
the
and you think,
time.
oh,
It's like,
I'm sorry, I really need to go to bed. I'm right down to the
Need to
last bit of my
recharge.
battery. I
like
need to
it.
recharge. now.
Absolutely. You can charge it on its station, but you don't have to.
Oh, right.
Because
Okay.
there are two little buttons just on the side of the battery, and if you pop those, the battery pops up, and literally you can take that section out and take it to the kitchen.
Did you hear the joy in the gallery?
They
there?
loved that,
Oh,
didn't
they were
they?
both.
It
It was quite musical,
Daniel and Martha.
actually.
Oh,
We had the director and our producer. Ooh.
Love it.
Ooh.
The important thing to remember about this is
Lovely.
it only goes in one way.
Oh.
So they've thought of it. You cannot do it wrong.
Okay.
That's the point. You can't do it wrong. It only slides in one way, like so, and click it back.
Click and
I'm
go.
saying nothing, but that's really good.
It is.
And the great thing is, honestly, you've got one machine to do so many different jobs.
I'm going to put it on dry suction only because
Okay.
I've just got a dry spillage here. Tell you what, we'll put some more wet over on that side in just a moment's time. So you push the button, but then you push the mode button twice, so it goes strong and then dry suction.
Okay.
So now there is no water going into the brushes, just what's in the brushes
So
anyway.
it's just working really now like a vacuum.
It's working like a
but
vacuum.
you always
and
still
it
have
is
water
strong.
in it, don't you? Whenever you
Yes.
use the machine,
Oh,
pop
yeah, I
some water
remember
in
you
the back.
saying
Will
that,
tell
yeah.
you. It
And
will say no water. Fill the
me up.
clean water tank.
And I think it's better anyhow to have the water in, because after
Yep.
you've vacuumed up these bits, I bet you'll possibly find a bit of a mark on the
I could
floor.
just do a quick
and you'll
mark,
think,
maybe.
oh, I'll just do a quick clean now. So
Exactly.
you can do everything at once, but you can use it separately. So you're just vacuuming now, which
Yeah, so we're
Exactly.
we're
That is
showing
just
lots of spillages, Mark. But if we
Exactly.
want to just clean the floor, we're doing that as well.
If you want to just clean the floor, you
and
absolutely
it's all
can.
your hard floors,
Yep.
whatever hard floors you've got at home.
Yep.
It's a hard floor cleaner, wet and dry. What was he saying then?
He's saying, you've switched me off, pop me back on the charging station. And that way you don't forget. But I tell you what, shall we put some, what shall we, that's tea.
Oh,
what
let's
should we
gonna
put
add
with
Let's
some
put
tea?
something wet
Well, we
down
always have
there,
milk
shall
with
we?
tea.
Milk with it. All right, let's
Well, I
get
do.
let's get some milk then, why not?
Again, any of your hard floors, sealed wooden floors as well. You were even saying like your concretes and things like that. Because
yeah,
there's
so-
quite a lot of concrete.
yeah, in
floors
like
now,
loft
isn't there?
apartments and things.
Thing is, make sure it is polished concrete. So
Okay.
if it's just natural concrete, yeah, I don't think that would do your microfiber any good because it's much
because
rougher
it's
anyway.
too rough.
So it's got to be
Polished
the kind of
concrete.
polished concrete finish.
But
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
virtually any floor you've got at home, if you go and look at all your floors, you think, oh God, it's going to do all
Not
of
many people have got unpolished concrete.
No.
If you've got concrete in your home, it is polished concrete, to be
Yeah.
fair. This is pretty horrid now. That's, and I have to say, I found some quite expensive Earl Grey that I don't like, so I put it up.
Oh, well.
So it was just in the cupboard.
Like
It's like, it's not just any old thing for ITV and
No,
STV.
we don't wait, see ya.
Look at this. So I've gone back to smart mode, so it is putting the wet through the roller as well now.
And is it detecting as well on smart mode how much power it needs to use?
It will. At the moment, it's saying I'm okay on eco.
Great.
I'm okay on
Lovely.
eco. But look
that
at this.
edge to edge.
I think it might. Oh, look at this. Now that is doing such a good job. Tea is a particularly rough one because there are so many little
fine,
tiny
isn't it?
bits.
And now it's wet and fine.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's-
else you would do to
Well, you couldn't vacuum that up with a regular
Have to,
vacuum.
like,
Not with the wet there as well.
And you wouldn't want to get a
Exactly
mop
right.
and bucket on it, because then you'd just spread it everywhere and you'd put all the tea bits in
Yeah.
the water, wouldn't you? And you'd just keep getting the mop out and there'd be tea still everywhere.
Exactly.
So it's doing all of that. It's vacuuming
Exactly
up.
right.
It's picking up the spillage. It's washing the floor. And I mean, the floor is virtually drying as we look at it. It doesn't over-wet the floor, and it's got great
Exactly right.
suction, so it sort of dries the floor as well.
Should we see should we see where we've got with the dirty stuff?
have
Should
a
we
look?
add to
What's
the
this?
dirty water cocktail? I
Now,
love
we did
it.
have an email asking about what we do with the dirty.
We drink it, obviously.
No, we don't.
Put it
No, we
down the
don't.
toilet, not down the sink, because it will pick up the bits
Yeah,
as well.
'cause
So
it's
put it
got
down the
debris in
toilet
there.
and then just flush it away.
This is what it looks like in its tank. I mean, it's pretty, because it's got all the bits in there as well. But have a look. It's like, oh, okay.
Get ready.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no.
Ugh. Not nice. Grim, grim, grim.
That's beautiful.
There.
And remember, that's on the front, that's your dirty water. And like we say, best thing to take it to the toilet and flush it down the toilet. The clean water is always separate to the dirty water, and always put that clean water in there. No need for solution, honestly. It's got this amazing technology, like the industrial machines, really.
It's like those machines you see in the shopping centres or in the airport.
Yeah.
And they're huge, aren't they?
They sit on them, don't they?
Yeah, you drive them round. The great thing here, doesn't matter what floor surface we're talking about, whether it's wet, whether it's dry, whether it's wet and dry, it'll do both at the same time.
Any hard floors, so you have got one product to do everything. It will vacuum. It will also clean up, like we're seeing here, the dry sort of footprints. But had there been wet there as well, had the dog come in and also had a little bit of a wee, it would pick the wet up as well. And then perhaps the kids had thrown cereal down, it would actually pick up the actual wet bits, the dry bits, the footprints, all at the same time. It's also then washing the floor, and it's also drying the floor with great suction. So you don't need to vacuum first, you don't need to get on your hands and knees to pick some of the wet stuff up, you don't need to then get the mop and bucket out, and then you don't need to try and dry the floor. It does all of those things at once.
I think if you've got pets, this is going to be invaluable for you. And
pets, children.
Yeah,
if you're human. Yeah. I think every home should have this. Now, massively busy. Over 50% now of the entire stock sold out and gone. It's only our second live show to air. We launched it at this price. They very kindly allowed us the same price. They very kindly gave us more stock because it did so well at the launch, but that stock disappearing. And sadly, when it's going so quickly, and we're actually now in a situation where 50% of the stock gone, so many in baskets, you desperately need to check your baskets through. Don't go to bed and think, oh, I'll check it out tomorrow. Do it now, because there's a big possibility when you press checkout, because it might still look like it's sat there in your basket. It's not yours until you press the checkout button, and you can press checkout and it says, sorry, sold out.
I think this will make such a difference to the way you clean your hard floor surfaces, because it does so many jobs at the same time. If you are time poor, like we all are, this is vacuuming, it's cleaning up wet debris, it's cleaning up dry debris, and it's doing everything at once. And it's cordless. We often forget because we work with this technology all the time.
So it's really easy just to grab and do. You know, if you've bought a cordless vacuum, you know you'd never go back to corded. And you know that you will just grab it in an instant. Well, this is your corded vacuum, but it's also your wet hard floor cleaner as well, and it will pick up your spillages, but completely cordlessly. So in an instant, even if the kids, before they go to school, have thrown everything everywhere, there's mess all over the floor, you've got to then drop them off, go to work. You don't want to come back to that dirt. You can clean it in an instant and walk out the house knowing you're coming back to a clean house.
You've also got those audio prompts, so when it needs to go on the charger, it tells you. When it's going to self-clean, it tells you that as well. Up to 30 minutes of runtime on that one charge, remember. And the edge-to-edge cleaning that you get here, not only side to side, but the front is so crisp, that edge-to-edge clean. That 3-minute self-cleaning function when you pop it back onto the charging station. And when you pop it on that charging station, obviously it's charging, so it's never going to have a flat battery. I love the voice command telling you what's going on.
Yeah, it's telling you that it's using the smart mode, and that smart mode will detect how much dirt or debris or wet there is, so it'll adjust and use the right amount of power. It also reminds you to put it back on the parking station, so it will clean, and it cleans itself and it charges, so you'll never go back to it and it's flat because you put it on the parking station. It told you to do that. It's got up to a 30-minute runtime on that full charge as well, and we say do use that smart mode, you'll love it. But you have got the high mode, and you've also got a dry pickup mode too, but that high mode is great if you have got really stubborn stains and things. Remember that 3-year warranty, just need to register this online with Tower. Their warranties are incredible because they know they bring out absolutely amazing, incredible products that are going to last, that do the job that you want them to do. And this does so many jobs in one. Tower are really good at thinking what we need in a home and then they develop
Great technology, real innovation that you've got in the machine here. So if you want to shop with us, 822-901 is the item number. Remember, we've got a great price, massively reduced, and you've got PayPal Pay.
Market beating, but stock depleted really, 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 really quickly. So grab it while the stock is there.
That was nearly a great little poem there. Market beating, stock depleting. It's all going on.
Now, check everything out on our website, actually. The pan set has been really popular, and we've only touched on it just a couple of times. It's beautiful looking, which I know isn't important with a pan set, but actually, I think it is now. We like everything to look nice in the kitchen.
It's like a midnight blue, a really dark navy with that gold trim that you can see.
And it's a good size set as well, isn't it, with everything you need,
You've
really.
got all your regular saucepans, 16, 18 and 20 centimetres. You've got 2 frying pans, 24 and 28 centimetres. Heavy gauged aluminium body, so you get an even heat distribution on these. You can use them on all your cookware, gas, electric, ceramic, halogen, induction. Brilliant finish to the non-stick here as well.
The non-stick is brilliant. It's like superior sort of ceramic non-stick. So you know when you are cooking, you can get away with using very little oil or no oil at all. And of course, you've got a set that you know is going to last, because as we always say, designed by Tower. They'll even go into the oven up to around about 280 degrees.
I don't know any ovens that go that hot.
No.
That's hot.
That's super hot, isn't it? And remember, if you are buying it as a gift, any hob, so you can't go wrong, it will work.
And it comes
on their
beautifully
hob.
boxed as well.
Yeah. So a great gift idea. Should be $199.99, but we've got them reduced right now at $89.99, but we haven't got a great deal of stock of those. So grab them and use PayPal.
Yeah, $31.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you want to go for that pan set. 20% of the stock gone already.
We were meant to say 10%, but another 10% went just as we were showing you those pictures. So it's a really lovely set, great present idea as well. I think sometimes we've got such a mishmash of pans and lids.
Nice to have a really
nice set. When you've got the right tool for the job's done well, and
Absolutely
it's more enjoyable. And this is the right tool for many jobs.
Many jobs.
Doesn't mean Mark.
Although the cap fits.
To be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's the point.
take it.
There are 3 buttons on this machine. There are only 3 that you need to worry about. Right. You don't even need to worry about them because it's really self-explanatory. This is the main one at the front. We've got main one at the front, which is the on-off button. So that is really, really useful. So that's the one you push every time that you start it. Behind that, if you want to change the function yourself from Eco Smart mode to Strong mode to Dry function, you push that button. Then when we turn it around, there's one more button. That button does 2 things. When it's on the station, it's the self-cleaning function. Right. When it's off the station, that's how you turn the sound up and down.
Okay. Oh, right.
If you want to turn it down, you push and let go, push and let go. If you want to turn it up, you push and hold. It's as easy as that.
And the sound is the machine actually tells you what mode it's on.
All kinds of prompts.
Tells you when to charge it.
It will even give you
back on the parking station.
Low battery alert, the water's full alert, all of the different alerts is there.
Fabulous.
Let me show you how good this machine is. What I've got down here, I've got coffee and juice and wine and milk. That's a pretty disgusting spillage.
That's a bit of a mess.
It would do yogurt or tomato ketchup or beans, anything like that that you can put on the floor. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The slimy stuff.
Yeah, the stuff you don't want to touch, where you don't have to anymore.
You wouldn't dare vacuum, or you wouldn't vacuum that up, because that would be your vacuum finish.
Don't put anything wet in your vacuum unless it is a wet, dry vacuum.
Then what would you do to manage to pick all those things up? You'd use this amazing machine.
Absolutely right. But look, it is edge to edge, and can you hear it? It's literally sucking all of that up. It is so good, this. And look at that, you've got that, it's almost dry, that floor now, because it isn't putting up too much wet actually on the rollers, which means if you've got very, very expensive engineered hardwood, you can still use this machine.
Great.
A lot of mops you can't use on engineered hardwood, so how do you clean it? You've got to be really careful. Now this is the kind of machine, because it's not putting too much wet down, but it's also polishing. It's vacuuming, it's mopping, it's polishing, but look at that for a finish. It's just, And then if you miss any bits, because it does it on the forward stroke, just make sure that you get it on the forward stroke, and there you go, you've got that final bit just there. It's that simple to be able to do. It can go around corners really easily, but it also pulls you along, so it's not difficult to use.
Self-driven.
You know those lawnmowers? It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But inside.
It's got the power of it, hasn't it?
Yeah, you
power
just
of it.
need to guide it in the right direction.
I noticed when you turn it off, Mark, it sort of...
It waits
keeps spinning,
another 10
doesn't it?
seconds because it's still sucking, so it doesn't want to leave any muck on the floor.
That's clever,
So
isn't it?
if you just pull back slightly, you've got all of that muck still going up into the vacuum.
Because if it just
really
stopped
clever.
instantly,
It would leave a
just picks
mark
some
on the
bits
floor.
up,
Exactly
so
right.
it would leave.
Exactly
That's
right.
really clever. Any of your hard floors, whatever hard floor you've got, and when you look at a situation like we're going to now, there's dry debris, there's wet debris, and what would you do? You couldn't get a vacuum to that, so you'd have to clean up the wet first of all. So you'd use loads of kitchen roll, probably the whole kitchen roll, and then throw that in the bin.
Absolutely.
To do the wet
it would
bit.
be disgusting and soggy and
It would.
everything
There'd
else.
be white bits
absolutely,
everywhere because it'd all rip.
That'd fall
Then you'd
apart.
still think it was still a bit wet, so I didn't get the vacuum out. So then it would be a dustpan and brush, wouldn't it, to get the drier bits.
And then all the brush is going to get all manky as well. That's
That'll
horrid.
need cleaning.
And then you still haven't cleaned the floor because now it's going to still be sticky because you've only sort of wiped it up. So now you're going to have to get the mop and bucket out.
Thing is, if you spill cola on the floor, you know how sticky that
it's
is.
horrible.
That is, if the kids spill cola or milkshakes or any of those fizzy drinks, they are just a
So this
nightmare.
one machine is
We'll
going to
do all
do
of that.
all of those jobs
All of those.
and take place of all of those products.
I am going to go straight through the centre of that spillage so that you can see just how... They call it tri-edge cleaning, both sides and the front all in one go, and have a look at this because, I mean, seriously, can you... Yeah, it's rumbling across those dry... Oh, yeah, look at that. And so now, look, you can see it sucking up even lentils, and they're a nightmare to get up sometimes.
It's really
This is such a good machine. Look at that. I mean, seriously, it makes light work of any spillage.
Now, I'm still on my hands and knees with the kitchen roll trying to get the wet bit up. You've nearly finished the job.
Hayley, our producer suggested something earlier, that maybe we would put 2 spillages down on the floor. I'd use the Aquavac Pro, and you could be down on the floor with the paper towel. What do you reckon to that?
I think you should have warned me and I would have worn trousers.
Maybe next... Maybe Sean could do it.
His knees are very bad and he's got a bad back. I think it's
I'm guessing that's a no then.
No, we could do that. Have we got kitchen roll? And I need kitchen
Actually,
roll,
we have got
a
kitchen
dustpan and brush,
I'm sure
a
we can
broom,
mop.
a mop
Sure
and
we can find
bucket.
one.
Under vacuum.
Because we got all that equipment. Because yours replaces all of that.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
So we've done a great job on 2 floors so far.
What I'm going to do, before I do the doggy paws, let me show you how easy it is to clean, because we're over here at this particular point in time anyway. This is the cleaning, but also the charging station as well.
This.
So all you do is, when you want to charge it, you pop it back on its stand. It's now charging. It's as simple as that. When you've got the volume turned up, it says, please push the self-cleaning button. I should have had that voiceover.
You should have.
But I was like, so now it's charging, but if I want to self-clean, here, push the button at the back, and the self-cleaning, it will... I was just like, it gave me a different message. It's given me a low battery because this is the machine we've been using since the beginning of the show. It's got a 30-minute runtime, and we've been going like an hour and a half, haven't we? So, at the end of the day, but that one can recharge, and then when it's got enough charge in, it will go in its self-cleaning function.
But the great thing is at home...
I have a spare machine that is all fully charged for you, just in case of these events. Exactly right.
The great thing at home is you will always put this into the actual charging station.
Yeah, indeed.
Because it tells you after you've used it, put me in the charging station, and you'll charge it and clean it. So you'll never be in that situation where it's empty, because it's charging as you go. All hard floors, whatever hard floor you've got at home, and remember, it's vacuuming up the dry bits, it's picking up any spillages, so the wet stuff as well, and it's washing and it's drying.
I love the clean and dirty wads, thanks, never mixed together. That's what Mark was talking about, that self-cleaning at the touch of a button.
Yeah.
Not only does it clean the actual brush head, it flushes right through the machine.
And it dries the head as well.
With warm air as well, and I've not come across one like that before.
Very large.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like something like that in the back.
blow
You just
dry.
stand there and it dries you with warm air. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
But you know there are those hand dryers. Why don't they do a full body?
Oh,
really
yeah.
good idea.
I reckon we could sell loads of those.
Yeah.
Couldn't we? That would be
Email
brilliant.
in if you think. I bet Tara would make that for us.
Oh, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Because Tara's so good at thinking of the things that are going to make life so much easier.
Yeah.
And this product honestly does exactly that. And that's why we're so busy. Well over 50% of the stock sold out and gone. Now, these are dry sort of footprints now.
Dry footprints.
But it's
On
still
our squeaky
cleaning
floor.
up that.
Squeaky
That's
clean.
it. It's polishing it squeaky clean.
Polishing it squeaky clean. Exactly. If it's clean enough for the squeak, you know. Exactly right. Now, this is amazing because if your dog has run outside and has got muddy paws, let me just come and get
And it
that
could
one
be
there
the
as
kids,
well.
it could be you. You've
I mean,
run
if
in to
your kids'
answer the
footprints look
phone.
like that, Hayley, so there's something wrong. It's like,
I didn't mean the shape of the
oh, I
footprint.
see. Oh, I understand. Sorry, I understand. Got you.
But actually, some people's kids are the dogs and cats.
My kid is my little dog.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
so-
Margot is not up with me in Warrington tonight. She's back home tonight.
Bless her.
My friends Sam and Ian looking after Margot.
Superstars.
Basically, because she gets to play with their Labrador as well, and she loves that. It's a night out playing with the lab. That's really good. And I just switched off, and it just takes another few seconds just to be able, if there's any spillage left, it just continues suctioning that,
Right,
so that it doesn't leave a mess on the floor. But it is so good. The nice thing about it is the clean water, the dirty water never meets. So it always does it. It's just a really clever way of being able to have a lovely cleaner, whether you've got tiles, ceramic, wooden floors, parquet flooring,
all your hard
polished
floors.
concrete, whatever hard floor you've got,
It's
this will do it.
vacuuming, it's
Yep.
picking up the dry debris, it's picking up any wet spillages as well, perhaps the washing machine's leaks, perhaps the dog's had a wee. It's also washing the floor and it's drying the floor
Cleaning and
all at
polishing and
once.
buffing it. I mean, it's brilliant.
But stock-wise now,
Wow.
we're well over 60% of the entire stock sold
is
out.
a
and gone.
brilliant machine, that's why.
It's only
That's
our
why.
second live show
Yeah.
to air. We got more stock than we had for our launch, so they've allowed us to keep the launch price. It's taken us a month, well over a month, to get this back. But what you've actually got here is the opportunity to get this still at the moment, but I've got to warn you now, we're going to step away from it for a moment because so many people have now got this in baskets. Sadly, it's not yours until you check your basket out. It's still ours. So check your basket through so you know yours is on its way to you. It's taken us over a month to get it back in stock, so don't miss out. And we don't know if we'll get this price again. It's incredible. So while you're checking your baskets through, we've got another product to show you, which
We
has
certainly
been
have.
very popular since we've had this hot weather.
We've been lucky enough to do these in previous seasons and people absolutely love them. These are naturally cooling towels. Now you're going to get 3 of them. You don't have to choose a colour. You get all 3 of these for $14.99. These are brilliant. You soak them in water and they drop in temperature. It's so clever.
It's like a real instant way to cool you down, whether you're doing sports or whether you're exercising, whether you're on holiday,
Right, in the gym.
whether just when you're cooking in the kitchen, perhaps you get over hot, perhaps
Yeah.
when the kids have got a bit of a temperature. They are absolutely fantastic. So many people have loved these in the past, and I think now we're getting into those hotter days. Sometimes it's my brother can't bear the heat. It's, you know, it makes him feel ill.
makes you
Something
feel ill.
like this would be brilliant.
So your item number is 561-399. Remember, you are getting all 3 for $14.99. Should we have a look at
Definitely, and also you could pack those to take away on holidays as well, couldn't you? But let's really see how they actually work.
You know, I've always wanted to look cool, and I've never managed to pull it off until now, because here is Richard Meyer looking incredibly cool.
Thank you so much. Now look, with the weather starting to change, maybe you're planning your holidays, the weather starting to get hotter and hotter, these are going to keep you cool. Now they're a little bit of magic, and we're going to explain how that magic works to keep you cool less than 10 degrees lower than the air temperature in seconds. Now this is your magic towel by Insta Solutions, and it's going to actually keep you cool wherever you go, whether it's walking the dog, whether it's out doing like exercise or anything like that, these are brilliant, even for your pets. Now, they work by using a magic technology which cools them down to lower than 20 degrees less than the air temperature.
Can I just say, it's not magic, it's science.
Let me show you.
You know, yeah, just for the record.
All you do is charge them up with water. Now, let me just show you. This water's been here to get the room temperature here in our studio. So if we have a look, the water is at 35.3 degrees. Now, we're going to soak the towel, the magic towel, and this is how you energize it. Yeah. No batteries needed, no charging here. Literally, you dip it into water. Now, this could be your water at home. This could be the water from the sea while you're on holiday. This could be a lake while you're going out walking.
Brook.
And you literally just rinse it all out, and that is now charged, ready to cool down.
Right, okay.
Now, just to show you, the temperature of the towel is exactly the same now, 32.6 as our room temperature.
Yes.
But watch what happens when we activate the magic. Now, to activate the magic, all you do is you pull 3 times, 1, 2, 3, maybe give it an extra 2 for luck, waft it in the air, and it starts to lower the temperature of the towel. Now, that's lowering the temperature of your skin when you're wearing it, taking it out maybe for the pets. So let's have a look. We're talking about 10 seconds here, 32 degrees in the room, 21 degrees on that.
Just remember, you have to do, I call it tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
Less than 10 seconds and it starts to go down about 10 degrees.
Cool neck, cool face,
now
cool forehead at night.
Keep you cool on your neck, keep you cool on your forehead. You could use these absolutely anywhere, whether you're doing exercise, whether you're going on holiday. Remember, all you do is put them in the water, rinse it out, and they are ready to go, fully charged. Now, just so you know, inside the pack, you get these little cases. Now, that will last a week with the water ready to go, and you can use it anywhere you like. So you can have these in your bag, take them with you everywhere you go, ready to do it. But remember, the magic happens as soon as you give it the tug.
Tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
Little waft in the air, and this will last for up to 3 hours of cooling.
3 hours?
Now remember, 32 degrees was the room temperature here in our studio.
And it was 21.
18.2
so it's still getting cooler.
It will still keep cool and keep you cool for up to 2 to 3 hours. Now, you could take these out when you're walking. You could take them out when you're sunbathing. You could take them out when you're going for a jog or a run. Something like this is going to keep you and your skin cool all the time. It's like magic. In fact, it's really science, but it will work for you absolutely anywhere. Now, look, let's have a look. My skin at the moment, so if I do this on my neck, my skin at the moment, 34.9 degrees. But where the towel is, 18.2.
Wow.
So
do you know, I have trouble sleeping, really huge trouble sleeping at night when in the, I know when it, in the, it's so cool when it's in the summer. So these are amazing. You can just literally fold them up like this and just put them as a cold compress on your
and remember, you can wet them.
Forehead.
That charges them and keep them in the little storage.
Do you need to cool them in the fridge first?
No, you have to do nothing. This cools themselves down from the normal room temperature. Look, I'll take this one again. So if we have a look right now, our room temperature now 34.3. We're going to take the towel, you dip it in the water. That's how you charge them up. Ready to use instantly, or a week later if you put them in the
room temperature water.
Take the water out. So again, let's have a look. We're now at 33.6. We've not done the magic.
No, we've got to do the magic
now
first.
We're going to. Remember the 33.6.
Say it with me, folks. Ready? All together now. Tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
3 tugs, 4 tugs, waft in the air, and then start to cool yourself down. Instantly, it starts to reduce its temperature. It was 32.9, but the towel, 22.5.
Wow.
22.5.
Now, Rich, you get 3. So you get the blue, the green, and the pink, are we calling it, I suppose? £5 each, basically. They come in the pouches with the carabiners, so you can attach them to your gym bag, on your rucksack, wherever you happen to be going. And again, you could be camping. It could be really, really hot camping, and you're near a pond or something. Just dip them in, or a public toilet even. It doesn't matter. Or if you get the dogs who are overheating, they're big enough, you can put them over their backs.
You can,
You know, you wrap it around your neck as a cold scarf over your forehead, whatever you want to do.
At home, if you've got young kids, if they get that temperature or something like that to keep them cool. Now remember, it was 32.9 the temperature in our studio, the temperature of the water. Now, have a look at that. 18.4
Can I just
degrees.
say, you know, if you get in the car on a really hot day and it's, say, 34 degrees and you turn the air conditioning on, what do you normally set it to? about 18
Yeah.
degrees, right? This is like personal air conditioning. Well, I mean, it's not got a compressor and, you know, and a refrigerant, but it uses this special technology fabric that cools the water down, and it gives you the effect of air conditioning, which is it cools you down. $14.99 is the price. You get 3 of them from Handy Solutions, the InstaCool Magic Towels. How long do they last? I mean, and do you wash them if they need to?
You can wash them in a normal wash. Don't use your
Fabric
softener and stuff like that.
Right.
But you can wash these in the normal wash. It will take your temperature down of your skin by 10 to 20 degrees in less than 30 seconds and keep it there for about 3 hours. Now remember, no batteries here. There's nothing to charge up with them. There's no cooling power that you're needing to use power for. It is just using the power of that water and 18.1 degrees. My skin is at 34. The towel is at 18.1, keeping you cool. And using them again and again forever onwards. They never run out. And just take them with you everywhere you go and keep you cool this summer. I'm
just thinking also, if you do work out or something like that, great at the gym. You can even use your bottled water. But also, if you've pulled a muscle or something like that and you need a cold compress on an aching limb, these are absolutely... Anywhere you want to chill, this is the way to do it, and you get 3 of them, so you can, share them, you can split them up into different places, do whatever you like. $14.99 is the price. You can either shop at shopontv.co.uk, or of course you can call us 03333 241 241. Order now.
They are absolutely brilliant. And if you think about when you are so hot, you can be out and about. That could be clipped onto your belt, we were just saying.
Yeah, but the other thing is you can wet them before you go out, so then when it gets really hot, these are still really cool inside it because they stay cool
do your magic
for such a long time. Yeah, give them a shake and they stay cool.
So whether you're out and about, whether you're doing sports, whether you're out sort of running, whether you're out on the bike, whether you're out on holiday, you're sunbathing, you can travel with these. Obviously, they'd be great to take on holiday, easy and lightweight to pack. And perhaps when the kids have got a bit of a temperature, just that nice cooling on your forehead. Even when you've got a bit of a headache, sometimes you just want that coolness.
Just want to cool down.
On your
if you're working out a lot, like you said about there was the marathon, wasn't it, in Manchester and London today?
And it was hot today, wasn't it? Well done.
That would have been lovely. Yeah, congratulations.
Wow.
Well done if you did the marathon. But that would have been great around your neck while
and
you're
like you say, if you can wet it first and then pop it in there, it's ready for you to use. Brilliant. Works out at £5 each, so you could have one and perhaps give one to a brother or a sister or a mum or a dad, be nice presents, or you could keep 3 and get another 3 and give those as presents, which I think is a great idea.
3 for $14.99, 561 399. You get all 3 colours that you see there, and they come with those little carabiner clips, so you can have them on your belt if you're out.
Instant cooling.
Yes, that's what we want when it gets really hot. We love the heat.
We do love the heat, but sometimes it's unbearable. I know a lot of people just can't bear being really, really hot. Makes you feel. My brother just feels so ill when he's really hot. Be absolutely ideal. Perhaps you're a lorry driver and sometimes get really hot in a vehicle.
Even
if you've got air conditioning and things, perhaps it doesn't work so well.
And great for pets as well. If you're out with a dog and it's really hot, lovely to just lay that over the dog and cool the dog down. If you want to get these absolutely flying, 561 399 is the item number. All 3 for $14.99 if you want to get those InstaCool towels. However, what a star we've had on the show tonight from Tower.
Second time back to air. We had a launch special show and a launch special deal. We haven't had him back in stock for over a month. They've managed to give us the launch price. The stock, they managed to give us a little bit more because we've struggled with the stock, but 2/3 that stock has already sold out and gone. And price-wise, market beating. And when you realise what it does, because it honestly, for this price, honestly, this will take place of your vacuum, your mop and bucket, your brooms, your dustpan and brooms. Now, normally Tower, Amazon and Debenhams, you can see, they've got a good deal actually. They've got it $199.99. We are still beating their sale price, and of course we have got PayPal Pay in 3, but only now for the stock that is remaining, and we've got so many in baskets. If you've just joined us, even though the baskets are so full, and we do get to a situation where more people are ordering than stock is physically available, so you can press checkout and it says sold out, you can still order right now and get it. And if you're wondering, hang on, what do you mean I don't need to vacuum, I don't need a mop and bucket, have a look at how this works, because it is absolutely brilliant.
It does the jobs of so many different things. It's doing the job of the vacuum, the mop and the bucket. It's doing dry cleaning and wet cleaning, spillage cleaning. 82290, and we're just getting busier and busier.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do? You'd panic when you look at all that mess. Well, there's some dry mess, so you'd perhaps try and sweep that up with a dustpan and broom. You wouldn't get the vacuum out because there's wet on the floor, so there's no way you'd get your vacuum near the wet. But then how would you get the wet up? You'd probably use kitchen towel, wouldn't you? And then you've messed and thrown away a load of kitchen towel. But now, actually, even if you've managed to sort of sweep that up in a dustpan and brush, and you've used some kitchen towel and perhaps a paper towel and perhaps whatever you've got, perhaps you've used the towels in the kitchen as well, and perhaps it was the dishcloth, and you're going to have to wash all this now. This has done all of that in one go, but also it's cleaned the floor, because even if you manage to pick all that up in whichever way, it's still going to be sticky and dirty. So you've then got to get the mop and bucket out and then clean the floor, and then you've got to wait for it to dry, because the mop and bucket leaves it really wet.
What about cleaning this? Well, it self-cleans as well. It's got a cleaning function on there that's 3 minutes. It cleans everything through. It flushes through the tube, so everything is clean.
And the floor is dry so quickly because it doesn't over-wet the floor. So whatever hard floors you've got at home, you are going to find this is absolutely the perfect product to do so many different jobs. All of a sudden, an accident spillage, a clean-up that would have taken probably about a good 20 minutes, you've done in 2 minutes.
It is just so easy.
So good.
And do you know what? The only thing you need to do when it comes out of the box is put the battery in, and literally the battery just slots in here.
Great.
Like so. And you put the handle in. So it comes, because obviously it won't fit in the box otherwise.
Okay.
So the handle comes separately, and you literally just slot it in. If you ever want to take the handle out, you just put a screwdriver in that little hole, and then it pops straight back out again as well.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that if you want to, but you shouldn't, when it's that up, shouldn't really need to ever take it apart. It's a very simple, fuss-free answer to mopping and vacuuming, but at the same time. And you should never do that with an ordinary vacuum.
No, never. And it's cordless. We always forget it's cordless, so it makes it so simple. You'd never get a vacuum near this. It'd ruin it.
Well, I've done this in separate stages for you. So we've got dry, horrible looking wet, and then wet and dry together.
Proper full
It's like an
combo.
assault course.
It is. It is like a wet, dry vacuum assault course.
Absolutely.
Now, I've turned the volume up.
Okay.
Here.
All right.
It has voice prompts on there, doesn't
And
it?
if you don't do it right, it tells you. Because look, I've got it in standing up, so.
Cleaner is in an upright state. Please tilt the handle to begin cleaning.
All right.
Okay.
It's like, it's polite though, isn't
boss.
he?
Yeah,
Yep.
we
It's
will
very
do.
polite. So look, it's like, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll turn the volume down for you, because you just push the button at the back.
You
and
don't have
can
to listen
You
to
don't
it.
have to listen to it. If
It's
you
up
don't,
to you.
Do you know what? It could be a nice little friend.
Yeah, a
If
little
you
bit
want.
of company while you're doing the cleaning.
Absolutely right. It's like, you've missed a bit.
So what mode have you got it on now,
This is
Mark?
just eco mode. It's smart
Look
mode.
at that!
And so it's working out how. Oh, it's just gone into high mode. And there, look at that. Isn't
Oh my
that
word.
impressive?
Stop right there.
Yep.
Because that's picked up, you can see the line, it's picked up the wet, the dry, the dry, the wet and the dry together.
Absolutely.
All in one. And it's cleaned that floor, and really it's pretty dry. It
Tell you what, I'm
hasn't
going to come
overwet the
right
floor.
back and do all of that bit as well, because to be fair, it likes going forwards. It doesn't like going
Well,
back.
it's the way the roller
Exactly, the
goes,
roller's
so
going
that's when it
forward.
picks up,
You
isn't
do
it?
need to pick up on the forward roll. Look at it. Oh, I just smeared a little.
I'm better at forward rolls than backward rolls, if I'm honest.
Maybe we need
There we
to
go.
see that before 3 a.m. That'll be a treat for everyone.
I would love that. And look at this. So it's polishing the floor as well, which is really brilliant. So you've got all of that beautiful finish. Look at that. And edge-to-edge
So
cleaning as well.
You're picking up the dry and the wet.
Dry
In fact,
and
we've
the
had
wet.
an email in from Tara. Hi,
Hello,
Tara.
Tara.
Morning, Tara.
Hi, everyone. Enjoying the show tonight. I absolutely love Tower. I've got the spot cleaning product, which is amazing. Question regarding the Tower product on tonight's show, please. As it picks up dry and wet, do they get separated into different tanks?
That
Or
would be
does
clever.
both wet and dry go into the same tank?
No, so basically what happens is all of the dirt,
Right.
the wet and the dry, goes into the dirty water tank. Let me show you the dirty water tank. So here, and so if I just shake that around a little bit, can you see all the bits are in there as well?
Can't really see it on the angle, but we'll show you.
Oh,
on the
you can see
MCR.
maybe at the back.
there.
Oh, yeah,
it's
we
a
can
little
see all
bit
the bits
easier.
and pieces in
And
there.
so there's a little filter here, so that none of the filter goes into the suction part of the machine. So that all
Should we
goes
tip that
into
out
there.
so Tara
Yeah,
can
all right.
see?
Yeah,
So,
why not?
There you
we
go.
can show
All
Tara.
right.
I'll be like your magical assistant.
Thank you.
Now, we've already collected quite a lot from the dirty water tank.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and there you can see.
And so, Tara, you can see there all the bits
all the
are in
bits
there,
as well.
as the liquid is as well, that very smelly red wine that he brings in. It's all in there.
Love it.
And then you tip it down the toilet. That's
Yes,
your best
I
place
would.
because it's got the bits in. Then just flush it away. And then before you put it away, wash the container.
Yeah, just
Yes,
rinse it
yeah,
through.
make sure you wash the container out, because otherwise that will stick.
And then, of course, put it on its self-cleaning system, and it will clean the actual roller and things. There you are, tipping it down the toilet. Job
yeah.
done. Flush the loo, and it's all finished.
And that self-cleaning that the system's got is
It's
absolutely
so
brilliant.
good.
Because you just pop the machine on the base station, and it says, does it say clean the? Do you have to press the button, or does it just
So
automatically?
when you, yes, no, it's a really good
Tells
question.
you to press the button.
When you put it on its charging station, it says push the button to enter the self-cleaning mode, and then it enters the self-cleaning mode. 3 minutes and then it dries. Now it will automatically go into drying mode after it's done self-cleaning, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You just hit the power button and that will stop
back to
the
work.
cycle,
Right.
and you can get back to work. Or, I mean, if you can't even be bothered to do that, you just lift it off its station.
That's fine.
It's
That's
either
fine
way,
too.
it's absolutely
Now, the
fine.
clean water, when you put the clean
Yes.
water in, that goes at the back, is
Yes,
that right?
yes, and with the clean water, 650 millilitres of clean water. The dirty water tank is 550 millilitres, so slightly less. So you've always got clean water in the tank
And you
to allow it to self-clean.
Just need water.
Yes, it's just water, either cold water or warm water. You don't need hot water.
Right,
in this.
okay.
So cold water, but you can see the result. People don't believe me. I've just been using cold
Just water.
Yeah, but
Just
remember,
cold water.
it's got the microfiber cloth actual head, which
Yeah,
you
on the
know is
roller.
so good
yes.
for cleaning as well. That roller is going to do such a great job picking up the dry and the wet and cleaning and drying the floor, like the big industrial machines.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
that you
like
see
you
at airports.
Or your caretaker at school. Do you remember that way back when?
Yeah.
I mean, for you, not so long ago. I know.
Who are you looking at? I'm older than you.
But you don't look it, Hayley. That's the main thing.
Oh, you're so nice.
Lovely.
You're
Try me
so-
nice to someone else,
so
and it just
kind.
throws back. You
Don't get used to it.
Now that's picking up the spillage, the wet, the dry. It's cleaning the floor,
Absolutely.
and the floor's not soaking wet.
No, and that's the nice thing. It's not leaving a residue on the floor at all. It's not leaving. So you can use it on engineered floors. You can use it on wooden floors. You can use it on tiles, on ceramic, whatever it happens to be, and it will leave your floor in an excellent
We
condition
are
and practically dry.
so busy for this. Stock-wise, it's second time to air. We had a launch special show with a launch price. Stock disappeared. We've managed to get stock back in. It's taken over a month.
It has.
We have got more stock. They've actually allowed us as well the launch special price.
Don't worry, I have been on the phone to Tower nearly every day going, can we
Bless
get it
you,
back?
and we appreciate it, but we're approaching 70% of the entire stock now, sold out and gone. The other problem is so many people are still ordering this and got it in baskets. You must check your basket through, otherwise we'll be in a situation where more people are ordering than stock is available. It's only yours when you check it out. It stays as ours until you check through. So even if there was 5 left, 505 people could be ordering it. It won't say there's none left. It'll just let you put it in your basket. You need to check your basket through.
Now, I had another email from Penny. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Penny.
Very interested in the Aquavac wet and dry cleaner, wondering how it manages on very stubborn stains on a kitchen.
Okay, actually really, really well, because the roller is microfiber and we know the scrubbing power of microfiber really well. And the nice thing is, I thought that earlier on, and there was a stain right here on the studio floor, and I don't know what it was, but I thought before the floors went down, I gave it a quick, and it actually got it up much quicker than even I was expecting it to. So,
Brilliant.
yes, it
Love
will
it.
do dried-on stains as well. Now, the footprints
You've got the
at
cleaner
this end will
sacked
dry.
at the studio, so it's a lot of upset in the gallery right now.
Maybe we'll buy them one of these. Possibly.
And of course, you've got the high mode as well. So if you've got a really
Yes.
stubborn stain, you could just put it straight onto that.
That's the point. And also the suction with this. If you wanted to spray some cleaning solution
Solution
down
on the floor,
to actually
right.
get rid of the the stain or kind of
get it
started and then put it over. You could do that if it's a really, really stubborn stain. But as we've proven, most of the time you don't need to. Now, I'm just going to quickly caveat before we do the footprints. We did coffee over here, and it has actually, and I haven't put it back on its self-cleaning station yet, so the microfiber has actually got coffee in it. So I reckon we may leave a slightly brown stain. I don't know, but let's have a look.
See.
So that's what I'm saying before I do it, but that's only because I haven't self-cleaned in between the different floors.
I think you'll
might be all right.
Yes. Busy. It's microfiber, so it tends to hang on to all the dirt, traps it, so it doesn't spread it around. To get this up, you would be getting the mop and bucket out. You'd have to be waiting to wash the floor. But then there might be a bit of debris. You think, well, I better sort of try and sweep that up first. So then you'll get the dustpan and brush out. Then you'll get the mop and bucket out. This is vacuuming any debris that might be there, as well as cleaning and picking up any spillage if there was a spillage, and picking up these dry footprints.
Yeah, and floor surface wise, we're talking about all your hard floor surfaces, tiles, laminates, vinyls, and we were talking about wooden floors as well, Mark, because it doesn't flood the surface.
Well, that's the point.
We can use it on that. And look at this floor before.
Oh, before and after, I love it.
And look at it now. Bing.
There you go.
And now, I think, it's squeaky clean.
It is.
Because, of course, it is. It's picked up the debris. It's picked up anything wet. It's picked up anything that was dried on there. It's washed the floor. And it's drying in front of our eyes because it doesn't leave the floor soaking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think your machine now deserves to have a little wash.
It does.
And I think lots of people at home will be wondering, you keep saying it self-cleans. How on earth does it self-clean?
Well, you take it over to its cleaning station. Let's wander over. Exactly right. Now, the nice thing about this is this will charge, and it's like, so nothing. It's charging, but it doesn't do anything until you push the button.
Okay.
So if you just want it to charge, no problem at all. The self-cleaning button is the button on the back, and simply push that. The roller starts going round. Now, you have to make sure there's at least half the amount of water in the water tank, in the clean water tank.
Because it uses
the clean water
to wash it
all the
through.
way.
Okay.
But it's not just cleaning the roller. If it was just cleaning the roller, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
It's also flushing through all of the pipes as well. So it's cleaning the inside of the machine so that you don't have to.
So if you've picked up something nasty like milk, your disgusting red wine that smells like you won't believe, yogurt, or perhaps even wee. It's cleaning the whole system through, which is so clever. And that self-cleaning station could be in your utility room. Perhaps we've got a cupboard that's got a plug in it, so we could have it plugged in that cupboard, which would be absolutely
and it's always
ideal.
on charge as well.
And while it's doing that, rather than you having to take this apart and clean it and wash it and do this and do that, you're actually sitting having a cup of tea.
Well, you could be doing more jobs, couldn't you?
Go and sit down and have a cup of tea. You've done your
Sean to do more jobs.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm sitting down having a cup of tea. So it's doing all. And now, has it gone on to drying mode?
No, this is its second. So it does the roller first.
Right.
It gives it like a 2-second stop, and then it does the internal. So this is the pipes inside the machine. It's
so clever.
And it's actually not very noisy either. I rather like that. I think it's about to go to drying any moment. So.
And then if you want it or need it, you can actually take it away from the actual station, and it's ready to go. It's charging all the time. It's on there. Remember, it's cordless. We keep forgetting it's cordless because you get so used to cordless, but actually so many things have to be plugged in. You're tripping over a wire. It's difficult to get to places. This is sweeping up. It's picking up spillages. It's washing the floor. It's drying the floor. It's your vacuum. It's your dustpan and brush. It's your mopping and your bucket, and it's doing all of it at the same time. So, oh gosh, making cleaning so easy, but making it so quick.
Doing all those jobs at once, and that's what we say. We're all time poor, aren't we? The great thing is, it's cutting down on that.
It's like you've got lots of little people, and then the first one's sweeping up, the second one's picking all the wet stuff up, the third one's then cleaning the floor, then the fourth one's drying the floor, and it's doing it all at once.
Do you see these little people?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, she does. Now we got into the question. This is from from Tamsin. Hi, Tamsin.
Morning, Tamsin.
Tamsin's saying she's interested in the Aquavac.
Yes.
Can you tell me, does the filter need replacing? And if so, how often? You said it doesn't really.
No, it doesn't. No, because the nice. If I show you this, the filter is this sponge filter here, and this is the thing. It's not reliant on HEPA filtration like vacuum cleaners are, because it takes the dirt into the water. The water molecules are heavier than the particles of dirt that you're doing, so it grabs them all anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about it, and it literally just clicks back.
And I guess you can just give that a swill when you clean it through before you put it away.
I mean, you absolutely can, and that's the thing. As you take it out and you clean the dirty water tank, you can just give that a rinse as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's as easy as that, really. It's a very, very simple solution.
Power, which you know, if you ever did need any bits and pieces, they are right there.
Yep.
How long have Tower been going?
1912.
So it's just a few years, exactly right.
Give the machine a 3-year warranty, a 3-year guarantee, as long as you register.
Yes, it comes with a standard 1 year, and then you register online, and it becomes a 3-year warranty. Yeah,
warranty.
exactly right.
Absolutely
Really brilliant.
Now you are carrying an egg once again.
I know. I like
Your
this.
new
It's like-
prop.
it is. It's just like, yeah, exactly right. Do you know how expensive eggs are, Blind?
Oh, here we go.
So, in America, they're so expensive.
Oh, yeah. Hayley, just
Well, I mean,
stop
I didn't
buying
fly
them.
over there.
Yes, so expensive. I don't know what's going on in there.
Come on.
All right,
Yeah.
ready?
Show us your
Ready?
egg.
All right.
Way!
Whee!
Just like that.
Okay, how are we going to clean that up?
So,
we're going to have to get...
Oh,
don't make
it's
it
going to make it
worse.
worse. Oh, crack joke.
so there. At the end of the day,
Kitchen roll.
you couldn't do it with a vacuum cleaner.
No.
You couldn't do it with a mop because it's got all the bits in there as well.
that's all going to go into your bucket.
Exactly
and then
right.
You just spread it everywhere.
Oh, now look, I'm putting yolk here as well. I'm going to have to clean up that bit as well. On the
We're going to have to kitchen roll that up, aren't we?
Everywhere.
And then it's still going to be bits and sticky, and then you can get.
Yep.
Then we're going to need to get the. So we're going to have to get it with the kitchen roll first. Then we're going to have to get the mop and bucket, and then we're going to have to dry the.
Let's
floor.
make it worse, shall we? Let's give it a let's make it worse. So it's like another. Kids are spilled cola
I
on
think
the
you should put
floor.
some dry down. Because
Oh, okay. Yeah,
if
yeah.
we have some dry with that as well.
All right. There we go. How about dry stuff?
There's, the dry you see.
Oh, I've got some tea. I've got some tea here.
The wet and the dry, I don't know. You'll have to.
There you go.
Oh, I bet
there's my posh Earl
That's
Grey
a
gone
proper
down.
old
I don't like it. So.
I'd probably try now with the dustpan and brush to do a bit of this, but then the dustpan and brush would be ruined.
Corn
wouldn't it?
flakes.
More, still more coming. This
There
is
you
a
go.
proper old man. Now, another quick question.
I don't think you'd be that dirty.
No.
To be fair.
Just
No,
before
but
you
that
clean it,
happen.
Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
Morning, Tanya.
Tanya's asked, do you use a floor cleaner in the clean tank
No.
or just use plain water?
Plain water, and that's the really clever thing. I did, when I first started playing with this machine, when Tower sent it to me, I read the booklet and I thought, well, it doesn't say anything about. So I checked with Tower. Just plain water.
Just water.
You don't need, and look at the results that we're getting just with water. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
Well, when you look at this before we clean it, my word, that is quite a pile of debris there.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yes, you are.
No, you have to. Well, you're not going to do it. Your lovely machine's going to do it.
All right, well, that is very true. So I'm going to do the easy bit first.
So this is vacuuming up those dry bits,
Just
cleaning,
vacuuming up that
drying the floor. Now,
get
though,
ready, get
surely
ready,
it
get ready.
won't. Will it? Will it?
Oh my.
It's literally sucking
it
it in. Can you
is.
see?
Isn't it?
Look at that. Look at that. So
That's
you've
good.
got a great way.
And that's egg,
Now look,
cola,
if it doesn't get the
tea.
shell, go for the beginning because it does it on the front. Does it on the front?
Going
finish.
forward.
So-
Well,
so it goes
the
forward,
roller
so-
goes
exactly, yeah,
forward,
exactly
so
right.
it's picking up as you go forwards.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you pull back, it doesn't pick up, but when you go forwards, it does.
So there we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Got ya.
Got ya. Got ya.
And
So-
not only has it
exactly.
picked up the bits, picked up the wet bits, picked up the spillage, picked up the dry
Well,
bits.
look what was there.
Yeah, look at it all. Panic.
Look at that. Before
You'd have
and
to do
after.
so many
And
different
look
things to
now.
get that
Whoa.
clean. In an
That's
instant.
impressive.
I mean, I wish it did it like that.
Yeah.
It's
That would be-
virtually as quick as that.
That would be impressive, wouldn't it? It's like.
We are massively busy. Thank you for all your emails. Always great to hear from you. Of course, it's from Tower, who we absolutely love. It's the Aquavac Pro Wet and Dry Hard Floor Cleaner. For any of your hard floors, any accidents, any spillages, this will pick up those spillages. Might be the washing machine's leaked. It might be the dog's had a wee. It might be the kids have thrown some spaghetti or something on the floor. But then at the the same time, it's vacuuming, because you could do, if you were just going to mop your floor, you'd vacuum first, because it's no good mopping a dirty floor, because then all the bits then go into the water. So you'd vacuum first, then you get your mop and bucket out, and then you'd have to dry the floor. This actually vacuums up, picks up any spillages, picks up dry sort of footprints and things. It also then washes the floor and dries the floor.
It's doing so many jobs,
all
isn't
at once.
It? In one Passover, you saw there clean, polishing, buffing, drying more or less, because it doesn't flood the floor with liquid or solution. And remember, you're just using water.
Yeah, you pop it back on its parking station. It not only charges because it's completely cordless. You've got up to a 30-minute run time. It'll tell you to put me back on my cleaning station. You'll put it on, it'll start charging, and then you press the button and it will clean the actual brush head for you as well, and dry the brush head. It does, while you're having a cup of tea, the job's done. And all of a sudden, the jobs we don't like, lots of us don't like cleaning. We love a clean house, but the fact of cleaning is a nightmare. Or perhaps if you have got, perhaps you've got a few children, and in the morning it's just absolute chaos. There's always food all over the floor. Someone's knocked a drink over. You've got to take them to schools, perhaps different schools, and you've got to keep the little one with you. And you think, I'll leave it till I get back. But then you're coming back to a dirty house because it's cordless and because it does all those things at once.
Quick, yeah.
And so quickly, that awful situation can be gone. You'll just do it before you leave the house.
Yeah, definitely. And it's on the charging station all the time. If you leave it on that charging station, it's always charged. And when you've done your cleaning on the floors, it self-cleans. It cleans that microfiber roller and then it flushes through the tubes in the actual machine. It's such a brilliant deal that we've got for you.
It's your vacuum, it's your dustpan and brush, it's your mop and your bucket, and it's your drying machine.
All
Honestly,
your hard floor
all of
surfaces
it at once, which is
think of all those hard floor surfaces that we've all got in our homes now. Tiles, laminates, vinyls, sealed
Where's the bathroom, the kitchen, the downstairs toilet, the hallway? It's absolutely
a lot of
everywhere
people
now, isn't it?
nearly have the entire house as hard floors and just use rugs now, don't they? Cleaning around the toilet, brilliant. Any spillages that you don't want to touch, that's the other great thing. It's cleaning up the spillages.
And then when it self-cleans, it doesn't matter if it's picked some wee up, if it has picked some milk up that can be really, really smelly. It's picking that spillage up, it's picking up any dry debris, it's washing the floor and it's drying the floor all at the same time. It's quite incredible. And it's Tower. They're just so good at thinking of what we need, and what we need to do is save time. We like a clean home, but none of us now want to spend hours cleaning. It used to be you'd spend a couple of days, wouldn't you, like a Wednesday and a Saturday. It's cleaning day, or your day off is cleaning day. It's your day off, you shouldn't be cleaning. And the great thing is, this is like your little cleaner, and though you have to guide it round, it does all the hard work. It even talks to you if you want it to. You can turn it down, but it actually tell you what mode it's on, that it needs to be charged.
It's brilliant because it tells you when it needs to be charged.
I need
and when
water,
it needs to be
my water tank's full,
Yeah, up to 30 minutes run time on that one charge. And it's also got a smart function, so it detects how much dirt's on the floor, and if it needs more power, it steps the power up so you don't have any battery
Now,
waste.
stock-wise, you do desperately need to check your baskets through. 3/4. Now, we had this and launched it at our launch show, disappeared in stock a month ago, so it's taken us a month to get stock back in. They very kindly have kept the launch price, and we got more stock, so we thought we had an early start. If we can get more stock, hopefully that stock will survive for the whole show. But now that stock has depleted so quickly. What do we say?
3/4 of the stock.
3/4 of the entire stock has gone. A lot of the rest is in baskets. Now, it's not yours until you check your basket through. So if we get to a situation, we've still got, how long have we got left? About half an hour. If we get to a situation where perhaps we've only got 20 left, or even if we've got 50 left, the only problem is 350 of you could have it in your basket because it's ours until we check it. 550, 150, 1,050.
That's not a number.
That's not a number. 650. All of you could put it in your basket, but there's actually physically only 50. So it's the first 50 people to check out. And even if you're watching now thinking, oh, is it that busy, I'll probably miss out, you could actually put it in your basket, check out before everybody else.
Jump the queue.
It's the first people to check out that'll get it. Please check your baskets through. Don't know when we'll get it back in stock, if it goes, and we don't know if we'll get this price again because it has been a special price.
And we are still getting busier and busier. So if you do want to shop with us, the easiest way is the website, shopontv.co.uk. You can order on the phone, 0333 241 241. When you go to the website, you'll see we've got some other great products from Tower, including this pan set.
Oh.
This is brilliant.
It's It's so good looking, this pan set, and I know that perhaps doesn't matter to some people, but we do not like to have a really nice looking kitchen, and they are going to look so good in the kitchen. They've got amazing non-stick as well, but you've got everything you need very much. 16, 18 and 20 centimetre saucepan, a 24 and a 28 centimetre frying pan. You've got the lids as well for the saucepans, but the non-stick's so good.
Yeah.
I think you'll get away most of the time without using any oil at all.
Don't have to use any oil off.
Perhaps,
so it's a healthier way of cooking.
Perhaps if you like the taste of a certain oil or something, you could add the oil then.
The other great thing is you can use them on any hob: gas, electric, ceramic, halogen, induction hob.
So if it's a present, you don't need to know what
they've got. A really nice solid base, but they're not over heavy like some pans are. So you get an even heat distribution, and then when you've cooked them on top, you can also put them in the oven.
Yeah.
They'll go in the oven safe. Just the pans themselves up to 280 degrees. That's hotter than our oven goes.
Absolutely. So they've got aluminium body that enhances the sort of endurability as well. But colour-wise and visually, I just think they are going to sit in a kitchen and it's so nice. Perhaps a housewarming gift, a wedding gift. But for me, it's actually to have a pan set that handles are sturdy.
Yeah,
the
riveted
lids
on handles.
all fit. The lids have got... Because how often have you got all... look at these.
Look at them.
So often you've got a mishmash of lids, a mishmash of pans, the non-stick's all gone and it's not not working. If you've got the right tool for the job gets done properly.
They're a stunning midnight blue with a gold trim and that gold brass finish that you can see there. 5 pieces for $89.99. Normally they're $199.99. Just $31.65 if you want to use PayPal on your first of 3 payments. But we've got to get back to our hard floor cleaner. And when we say hard floor cleaner, it's for all hard floors.
Yeah, let's talk about lino for a minute, because linoleum were very popular during the 70s and 80s, not so much anymore, because people go for, this kind of flooring. So it's on a roll, so it's still similar. But do you remember the lino that your grandmother used to have? It was that bobbly kind of lino. Do you remember the kind of textured lino?
I never got that close to the floor, to tell you the truth.
Yes, you have. That's a lie. Haven't all the time.
Not online.
Just this weekend. not on linoleum. Normally when you're doing a plank, I mean, because she's doing the plank
the plank challenge. That's what he's talking about.
Right. Do you want to show her?
Oh, yeah, go on.
No, don't. She'll never get up again. I have to help her up every time. So, back to your linoleum. Linoleum?
It will even do that. So even if it's the textured linoleum, it will do that. It's not even the bobbly one. It's not a problem at all. So I've made quite a mess here. We've got lots of different types of liquid spillages, but I've made sure that we've got some bits in there as well. It might be that you just want to use it to get a liquid spillage up. That's not an issue.
Right.
It might be that you just want to get a dry spillage up. That is not an issue. You can do that absolutely fine. But this is for those spillages as well, where you've got dry stuff and wet stuff together. Really horrid, because you can't use your vacuum cleaner, because you can't put your vacuum cleaner anywhere near wet, because that would break your vacuum cleaner. You can't really do your dustpan and brush, because that would ruin the brush. You can't mop it, because your mop would go all mucky with all of the bits in. So you grab your Aquavac Pro, because this really does. It's more than a mop, it's more than a vacuum, it's much, much more than both of those things. So you switch it on. Now, I've turned the voice prompts to the low level, but if you go right up, it tells you exactly what mode you're in. We're just in smart mode now, but have a look at this, because it literally does all of that suction for you.
That's a lot.
Look at that. Now look.
Wow.
Half of that you can see.
So that's picked up the wet, the dry, and it's washed and very much dried the floor. The floor never looks really wet.
It just puts a little liquid on the floor, which means if you've got engineered wood flooring, the really expensive, the really expensive stuff, you can even use this on that.
Brilliant.
Because it doesn't put so much wet down. Now look, that's how it is, but how was it before? Because that's what we've just got up. Because, at the end of the day, whether it's just wet spillage or whether it's wet and dry, this is no problem at all. So let's go to something that's much drier here, shall we, as well? Because this next tile is much drier. I've put a tiny bit of wet, but look, those oats have literally sucked up all of that liquid. But what's more difficult? The gloopy. If you imagine porridge going down, it would even do something like that.
Yes,
You have no issue
brilliant
there
that,
at all.
wouldn't it?
So switch it on, and it automatically senses whether, because it's edge to edge, it automatically senses whether it needs to go into high mode. So it knows it's just a little bit of dirt.
So on the sort of smart mode there, it will detect how much debris
exactly right.
or liquids on the floor.
Or liquid is on the floor.
And put itself into the mode that it should be in. That's so clever.
It is. It's got a special sensor on the inside.
So it doesn't waste the battery for a start, but you've always got the right power to do the job first time.
So clever, isn't it?
Exactly.
Picking up all that debris, and then obviously because it's that microfiber roller, it's buffing the floor as well.
It's a bit like, you know, the big industrial machines we see. We used to always do the Ideal Home exhibition.
Yeah, and the exhibition
and when you get everything
malls,
ready in the morning, there was always a guy waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Before everybody comes in to clean the floor after we've
minute
unpacked
clean.
everything.
Yeah.
And it would be a big machine like this that you'd sit on and do all those jobs all at once. This is your professional industrial machine, but made for you to use at home. That's completely cordless.
Quite absolutely. And look, I mean, that dirt was pretty dirty to start.
Well, yeah, there was loads down. There it is.
That is really, really
So
grubby
it
and
vacuumed
horrible.
up the dry bits. It also picked up the wet bits. It washed the floor and it dried the floor all at once. I don't know anything else that'll do that.
Do it all at once.
Well, there is one machine on the market. My friend Lisa's got them. She spent £370 odd, something like that. She was saying, and at the end of the day. That's a massive brand name. And she says it's too difficult to use, it's too difficult to clean, so she just doesn't use it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what Tower are so good at.
Yeah.
They make things very, very easy.
They really do.
And it self-cleans itself, so
Yeah,
even cleaning is easy.
You pop it on its station, 3 minutes it does. Full cleaning of the rollers, full cleaning of the pipes on the inside as well.
And hopefully we have got time to show you that as well, but we've got to clean this floor up. It's a right old mess.
Well, look, I don't know what's gone on here. It's like absolutely
terrible accident. I'm not sure.
No, indeed. The nice thing about it, I just put my foot on it to pull it back because you need it to be pulled back for it to actually start. Otherwise, it tells you I'm in the upright mode. I'm not going to do anything. So it's like, so here, look.
So this could be just a spillage out of the washing machine. It might just be water, but this could be
a pet accident.
Could be a dog accident.
Could be a cup
or
of
a cat
coffee.
accident. Yeah, exactly.
It could be, I don't know, perhaps the kids have thrown something out of the high chair, and it could be a mixture of porridge and
That's a good point.
cereal and
These kids are mucky, aren't they?
bit of spaghetti. We did a whole egg, like a raw egg that dropped on the floor.
Absolutely.
Picked that up brilliant, and the shell.
And it picks up, yes, exactly, and that's the point. It's not just the liquid, it's the bits as well. But look, the floor isn't wet, but it is polished. I've missed a tiny bit there. There we go, got it. And
So it's buffing the floor. It's not leaving the floor over wet either.
Exactly right.
There was a lot of liquid spillage down on the
Yeah,
floor.
oh,
That's
there
what
it was.
like before, but there was also dry debris in the middle of there as well. In a couple of moments, and Mark does it really slowly just to show you.
Yeah, you can go quicker. You can go quicker than that.
Yeah.
It's like on TV it works if you just go a little bit slower, so you can see what's going on. Exactly right.
Otherwise, it'll all disappear really quickly. Brilliant price, but you've got to be quick. You've got to confirm your orders and check those baskets out. Don't miss out. 822901 if you want to add it in. There is still time, and remember, it does have a self-cleaning mode. When you put it back on the station, it will then self-clean.
And it tells you to do that as well. It's like, put me back on the station. The station, then it'll start charging, because it will charge while it's on the station as well. So you're never in that situation where you go back and it's not got any charge or enough charge. It's charging all the time it's on the station. But also whilst it's on the station, it's washing and it's drying. Oops! It's also drying the actual heads. Now, we're so busy, so much in baskets, you do need to check your basket through. So just whilst we're letting you check your baskets out, and because it's been a hot day today, hasn't it? We've got some really hot days coming. This is a really brilliant product.
These are cooling towels. They're absolutely brilliant. You're going to get 3 of them for $14.99. 561399. There's loads of uses. Should we have a look?
Yeah, definitely. This is Rob and Richard last night telling you exactly how to use them.
You know, I've always wanted to look cool, and I've never managed to pull it off until now, because Here is Richard Meyer looking incredibly cool.
Thank you so much. Now look, with the weather starting to change, maybe you're planning your holidays, the weather starting to get hotter and hotter, these are going to keep you cool. Now they're a little bit of magic, and we're going to explain how that magic works to keep you cool less than 10 degrees lower than the air temperature in seconds. Now this is your magic towel by Insta Solutions, and it's going to actually keep you cool wherever you go, whether it's walking the dog, whether it's out doing like exercise or anything like that. These are brilliant, even for your pets. Now they work by using a magic technology which cools them down to lower than 20 degrees less than the air temperature.
Can I just say, it's not magic, it's science.
Let me show you.
You know, yeah, just for the record.
All you do is charge them up with water. Now let me just show you, this water's been here to get the room temperature here in our studio. So if we have a look, the water is at 35.3 degrees. Now we're going to soak the towel, the magic towel, and this is how you energize it. Yeah. No batteries needed, no charging here. Literally, you dip it into water. Now, this could be your water at home. This could be the water from the sea while you're on holiday. This could be a lake while you're going out walking. A brook. And you literally just rinse it all out, and that is now charged, ready to cool down.
Right, okay.
Now, just to show you, the temperature of the towel is exactly the same now, 32.6 as our room temperature.
Yes.
But watch what happens when we activate the magic. Now, to activate the magic, all you do is you pull 3 times, 1, 2, 3, maybe give it an extra 2 for luck, waft it in the air, and it starts to lower the temperature of the towel. Now that's lowering the temperature of your skin when you're wearing it, taking it out maybe for the pets. So let's have a look. We're talking about 10 seconds here, 32 degrees in the room, 21 degrees on that.
Just remember, you have to do, I call it tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
Less than 10 seconds and it starts to go down about 10 degrees.
Cool neck, cool face,
now
cool forehead at night.
Keep you cool on your neck, keep you cool on your forehead. You could use these absolutely anywhere, whether you're doing exercise, whether you're going on holiday. Remember, all you do is put them in the water, rinse it out, and they are ready to go, fully charged. Now, just so you know, inside the pack, you get these little cases. Now, that will last a week with the water ready to go, and you can use it anywhere you like. So you can have these in your bag, take them with you everywhere you go, ready to do it. But remember, the magic happens as soon as you give it the tug.
Tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
Little waft in the air, and this will last for up to 3 hours of cooling.
3 hours?
Now remember, 32 degrees was the room temperature here in our studio.
And it was 21.
18.2
so it's still getting cooler.
It will still keep cool and keep you cool for up to 2 to 3 hours. Now you could take this out when you're walking, you could take them out when you're sunbathing, you could take them out when you're going for a jog or a run. Something like this is going to keep you and your skin cool all the time. It's like magic. In fact, it's really science, but it will work for you absolutely anywhere. Now look, let's have a look. My skin at the moment, so if I do this on my neck, my skin at the moment, 34.9 degrees, but where the towel is, 18.2.
Wow.
So
do you know, I have trouble sleeping, really huge trouble sleeping at night when in the, I know when it, in the, it's so cool when it's in the summer. So these are amazing. You can just literally fold them up like this and just put them as a cold compress on your
and remember, you can wet them.
Forehead.
That charges them and keep them in the little storage.
Do you need to cool them in the fridge first?
No, you have to do nothing. This cools themselves down from the normal room temperature. Look, I'll take this one again. So if we have a look right now, our room temperature now 34.3. We're going to take the towel, you dip it in the water. That's how you charge them up. Ready to use instantly, or a week later if you put them in the
room temperature water.
Take the water out. So again, let's have a look. We're now at 33.6. We've not done the magic.
No, we've got to do the magic
now
first.
We're going to. Remember the 33.6.
Say it with me, folks. Ready? All together now. Tuggy, tuggy, waft, waft.
3 tugs, 4 tugs, waft in the air, and then start to cool yourself down. Instantly, it starts to reduce its temperature. It was 32.9, but the towel, 22.5.
Wow.
22.5.
Now, Rich, you get 3. So you get the blue, the green, and the pink, are we calling it, I suppose. £5 each, basically. They come in the pouches with the carabiners, so you can attach them to your gym bag, on your rucksack, wherever you happen to be going. And again, you could be camping. It could be really, really hot camping, and you're near a pond or something. Just dip them in, or a public toilet even. It doesn't matter. Or if you get the dogs who are overheating, they're big enough, you can put them over their backs.
You can,
You know, you wrap it around your neck as a as a cold scarf over your forehead, whatever you want to do.
At home, if you've got young kids, if they get that temperature or something like that to keep them cool.
Oh, yeah.
Now remember, it was 32.9 the temperature in our studio, the temperature of the water. Now, have a look at that. 18.4
Can I just
degrees.
say, you know, if you get in the car on a really hot day and it's, say, 34 degrees and you turn the air conditioning on, what do you normally set it to? About 18 degrees, right? This is like personal air conditioning. Well, I mean, it's not got a compressor and, you know, and a refrigerant, but it uses this special technology fabric that cools the water down, and it gives you the effect of air conditioning, which is it cools you down. $14.99 is the price. You get 3 of them from Handy Solutions, the Instacool Magic Towels. How long do they last? I mean, and do you wash them if they need to?
You can wash them in a normal wash. Don't use your
fabric
softener and stuff like that.
Right.
But you can wash these in the normal wash. It will take your temperature down of your skin by 10 to 20 degrees in less than 30 seconds and keep it there for about 3 hours. Now remember, no batteries here. There's nothing to charge up with them. There's no cooling power that you're needing to use power for. It is just using the power of that water and 18.1 degrees. My skin is at 34. The towel is at 18.1, keeping you cool. And using them again and again forever onwards. They never run out. And just take them with you everywhere you go and keep you cool this summer.
I'm just thinking also, if you do work out or something like that, great at the gym. You could even use your bottled water. But also, if you've pulled a muscle or something like that and you need a cold compress on an aching limb, these are absolutely... Anywhere you want to chill, this is the way to do it, and you get 3 of them, so you can, you know, share them, you can split them up into different places, do whatever you like. $14.99 is the price. You can either shop at shopontv.co.uk, or of course you can call us 03333 241 241. Order now.
Great, and great gift idea as well. They work out at £5 each, so pop those into your basket. And those hot days, you just know you've instantly got something to cool you down.
Great if you've got a dog as well, stop the dog from overheating when you're out and about on a long walk, you know. So $14.99 gets you the 3 of those. 561399 is the item number.
But we've only got about 10 minutes left, so we've got to show you this amazing machine. Check out the deal we've got first of all, and remember, this vacuums, it picks up wet spillages, dry spillages, it washes the floor and it dries the floor. Now, Tower, Amazon and Debenhams, they've all got great deals on at $199.99, but not our price. And this is our launch special price. It's taken us a month to get it back in stock at $179.99. Wait till you see what it does. And of course, you can split that cost with PayPal as well.
Yeah, $62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you pay online. Shopontv.co.uk.
But we've loved it.
Yes.
It is a great machine. I've just left it on its charging station, and just while you were talking a few minutes ago, while Rob was showing the towels, I've just put it through its cleaning cycle. So it did its 3 minutes cleaning cycle there,
So
really easily.
And that's what you'll do at home. So now you're ready to go.
Ready to go again.
It's charged, it's clean.
Exactly.
All you need to do is put water in it.
Simple and fuss-free, and that's what I love about it.
That's why we got you here.
I'm
only joking. I'm only joking.
Fuss-free.
I don't care. I'm going to take it as a compliment. Whenever I don't fully understand the insult, I'll always take it as a compliment.
Good.
I think that's the way to do it.
But the thing is, you are the sensible one because you know exactly what to do. That is panicked stations.
You would
Because there's dry, wet, there's liquid, there's rubbish. There's, what would we do? Dustpan and brush?
You could get your
roll?
broom, but your broom would just smear it across the...
And you'd dirty all the broom because it'd get wet and all the bits would get stuck in it. And then we'd still have to get a mop bucket out. And so this is going to vacuum, or instead of your mop and bucket, instead of your broom and your dustpan and brush.
Absolutely. I haven't seen another machine that can do it this easily.
And washes and dries the floor really at the same time as well.
And then washes and dries itself. Because I don't want to have to do that and then take it into the kitchen and clean it all myself.
Let's do it. Are you ready?
Look at this. So this is coffee and milk together. But look at that.
No way.
Now, it cleans on the front pass because obviously the roller is going in that direction. So if it does miss anything, just go back and go over it again. But as you'll see, it is pretty impressive. It's also got a smart mode on it. So it knows when it's really dirty on the floor. You can go into strong mode yourself. Look, if I just push strong mode, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
you heard it change.
Yeah.
And then it goes extra suction there.
which is really good, but I don't need that. Let me put it back into smart mode and it can decide
Because it will
for
know
itself.
when to do that, won't it?
Exactly. One of the great things about this flooring from the studio floor is you can see it absolutely goes edge to edge.
Yeah, right up to the skirting
Right
board.
up to the skirting board.
How
Look
often
at
are you
that.
down trying to pick the last bits up because they're,
Exactly.
even your vacuum hasn't picked them up. This is vacuuming, washing, picking up spillages, drying the floor all at the same time.
Now, look at it before, all the spillage that was down there.
Exactly.
What was there, Mark? There was milk,
Coffee,
there was coffee.
milk, coconut, oats, rice, lots
all of that.
cornflakes.
And then in a matter of moments, it's all gone.
It was a kitchen
Amazing.
disaster.
It was.
But
And the great thing is any floors, so kitchen, bathroom, wherever your
Yep.
hard floors are, whatever hard floor you've got.
we got more of a disgusting spillage here. This is like, do you remember breakfast in a like B&B getting really busy? Have you ever been to a B&B where like they've been full on? You know that there have been accidents. It's like
Everywhere.
or a hotel buffet.
What kind of places are you staying?
I went on a cruise once, and that was like they all went down to breakfast, and it was like, wow, this is like, watch this. This is egg.
Whoa!
Look at this.
That is so
I
good.
mean,
So
come on.
You really see it work there.
It
Look
is
at that.
And that's a horrible texture, isn't it, an egg?
Yeah, it's
A
like
really tricky texture. You
they call it
struggle to
viscous?
pick it up because it's slippy and
Exactly right. So remember, it goes on the front of the suction. And look, this is now getting up the dry stuff. It's moved between eco and strong several times on this floor, and I'm not at all surprised because there've been some pretty horrible stuff down there as well. And let me just, I've just missed a bit around
Yeah,
here,
do
but let
that
me go
last
to the
bit.
front. There we go.
Now, we haven't got much time left, but we will get this last floor done, and hopefully
yes.
we'll be able to put it on the self-cleaning function as well, because you've got your self-cleaning station. So this could be dry footprints, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Wet footprints.
And because the rollers are a little bit wet, it will polish, but it will also get rid of all of those dried-in stains
Great.
as well.
So it's buffing the
That's good.
surfaces. That's a
Oh,
great point. So if it's really dried on, maybe it could be real dried on muddy footprints, bits
Exactly.
of mud as well.
Yeah.
And it will get up all the bits of
Yeah.
mud too, and that's
Yeah.
what I love about it. So if your dog's been out and the bits of mud are coming
Yeah.
off its paws, that's great. Now, look, dog appears to have had a little wee on the floor here as well, but
we
it
don't
will
have
deal.
to touch it, don't have to go near it.
When your dogs come in from a walk, often they'll run to the water, won't they? And the water will go all over the
Oh,
floor.
that's true,
All
yes.
the bits have dropped off them because you didn't catch them in
Exactly.
time to dry them. Then there's a few wet footprints as well, and it'll pick it all up. The dry debris will vacuum up, the wet product it'll suction
at
up, and any dried on. And again, drying that floor as well as washing the floor and drying it. It's incredible. Such clever technology from Tower, as it always is.
It really is. I think Mark wants to empty it out. Remember, when you want to empty it out, it's really simple. The dirty water's always in one tank. The dirty water and the dirty debris.
And it's as simple as this.
Yes, when you empty it out, do this down the toilet rather than in a toilet. Look at that, isn't that disgusting?
And we're not going to put that down the sink, really, are we?
No,
Down
you're
the
going to put it
toilet?
down the toilet.
Yeah.
Then just rinse this section out before you kind of put it away for good. You can go straight away again, but look, straight down the toilet, it's absolutely superb. What I love about this machine, Sean and Hayley, is the fact that it is simple and easy to use. It is always ready. It is always charged. It tells you what it's doing. It cleans itself.
It has. It's got a little parking station where it cleans its own wheel, it cleans inside, and it washes and dries that actual head as well. And Mark, an amazing show.
Another great
Super.
show.
It's a great machine.
We'll
It's
see
lovely
you
to
soon.
Brilliant, Mark. Thank you so much,
And
as
please
always.
check your baskets through. Hugely, hugely busy. This is going to save you getting the vacuum out, vacuuming first. And then if you've got a spillage, you couldn't vacuum up around that spillage. You'd have to get the kitchen roll or perhaps use the, whether it's paper towels or whether it is your tea
actual
towel and thing.
towels.
Yeah,
Ruining your towels.
Absolutely. And then you've got to get the mop and bucket out, and then you've got to try and dry the floor. This does all of that at
That
once.
edge-to-edge cleaning is brilliant. They're cleaning the water, the clean and the dirty water tanks never mix together. Really easy to empty out. This is what's brilliant as well. When you pop it on that base station, it's going to clean the roller and flush through the actual machine itself. You've got those lights so you can see everything that's going on. 3 different modes. It even detects the amount of dirt on the floor so
When
you don't waste the battery.
First switch it on, it goes to smart mode, so it will just know what power to use for the amount of dirt or liquid that's on the floor. It's an amazing machine that has got a 3-year warranty. Just register it online, but it is going to take the place of your dustpan and brush, your vacuum, your mop and your bucket, you trying to dry the floor. All of a sudden, a real big spillage the kids have done just before you're about to dash out the house and take them to school. You can do it in an instant, and we keep forgetting, completely cordless. So easy to grab and use and get the job done.
On that one charge, you've got cordless cleaning up to 30 minutes of run time. It's really simple. It's really straightforward to use. And
it's going to save so much time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I hate cleaning. I love a clean house, but I hate cleaning the time it takes. All of a sudden, you're splitting that time down because you're not having to vacuum first, then get the mop and bucket, then dry it. It's phenomenal.
You can still add it into your basket.
Yes.
822901 is the item number. Reduced price down to £179.99, and with PayPal paying 3, you're looking at £62.
We've got so many in baskets. Please check your basket through before you go to bed, otherwise you could miss out.
Yeah, don't miss out. And we've got a great show tomorrow night with Simpler Law. We work in partnership with those tomorrow night. So if you've been looking for a will or a power of attorney, join us for that.
Yeah.
And the night after that, Chef Joe is back with us.
It's an exciting week this week, and that's with Tower as well. We've got
Tower pans and a fabulous stackable air fryer in our new kitchen set.
Yeah, so join us for tomorrow and the day after. It's always great to have your company, and we're live every single day from around about midnight till 3 a.m. And actually, you could turn over now to our Freeview channel.
Yeah, Freeview Channel 89. So whatever you do, keep shopping. Make sure you check your baskets out.
See you later.